Good evening and welcome to the Check Down Podcast, HTX. I'm your host, Robert Lopez, along with my co-host, Roy Swan. The mad scientist, our producer, Julio Ramirez. Junior Aguilar's in the building somewhere. He'll be with us shortly. How's everybody doing tonight? Julio, you good?
Doing great.
Roy, you good?
Somebody has a.
We muted Roy. He missed last week. We all missed last week. We apologize.
I'm sorry.
We had a lot going on last week with work.
Somebody's got their phone on.
There it is.
I think that's me.
Is that Robert? I think mine.
Damn, it's me. My bad. I messed up this time.
Yeah, I used to do it now. Robert does it.
You doing all right, man?
Good, man. Good.
It's great to be back.
Yeah, man. It feels like it's been a month.
I know, right? Seriously. Julio, you had a good week? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was good.
I saw y'all show the Wind Up podcast Friday. It was a real good one.
Yeah.
You guys got some autographed baseballs here, huh?
Yeah. We got one from Carl Crawford.
Damn it. We need to step our game up, Roy.
I know.
We need to step our game up. Well, we're gonna step it up just a tad bit. We're gonna bring some color into this room.
Look at that.
How about that? How about them Cowboys?
Got a Cowboys helmet on here.
Yeah, that's a custom. I'm kidding.
What's up, Joey Rios?
So yeah, man, it's good. It's great to be back. Hopefully, everything starts getting back to normal. I know it's still kind of early, but as far as right now, football's coming back, huh?
Yeah, man, everything's coming back, man. Everybody's gonna get back to normal stuff, opening back up.
Yeah.
Still want to be careful though.
Of course. The check down. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, Roy.
Oh, it's all good, man.
So yeah, the Check Down Podcast HTX brought to you by C4 Bag Company, Issa Cookie, Ferrari Michelada Mix, Rick Web Design, Frank the Tank Team 7 Grillers, and our newest sponsor, Senor Spitz Custom Flavored Sunflower Seeds. If you guys want some custom sunflower seeds, hit them up at 713-470-8888. We appreciate you guys helping us out and working with us. Breaking news yesterday out of San Marcos, Texas, my
Look at this.
my hometown. John Walsh, former Denton Geyer head coach, headed to San Marcos, man. How about that? That's major, man.
Big deal in San Marcos.
I'll tell you what, when I heard, because I've been trying to get Coach Walsh on for about 2.5 months. I couldn't find his email. I didn't know how to get a hold of him. Tried to look him up on Facebook. Dude's not anywhere. So I was like, I give up. I wanted to start getting into that area over there about, covering.
Yeah.
I reached out to South Lake Carroll. The list goes on. So I kind of died away from it. And I'm talking with my mom the other night at work and see it come up on I followed Dave Campbell's Texas high school football on Instagram, and it comes up, and it's literally like it said 58 seconds ago. And I'm like, no way. This is not happening. It's major, man.
He's going to break the bank over there, too.
Oh, I guarantee you he is already. I guarantee it. Probably, I said, I have friends that coach over there in the junior high system, and I had a couple that coached in the high school. Probably the best head coach in history for them.
Oh, wow.
The best hire because of what he's done. They had Coach Bruce Bush there a long time ago, and he did pretty good things. But they ran a slot T offense, so they were real limited. It's a major move, man. It's a major power move for that town, for the high school.
I wish my town would do that. Hold one second before we keep talking. Everybody, man, hit the share button. Go over there to share to a group, and every group that you're in, share this, man, so we can get some people in here. We got one of the best high school football players in the country coming in here to talk tonight.
In the country,
man. One of the top players in the country is going to come and talk. So you definitely want to hear. You might hear something that you want to pass down to your kids about recruiting. We've heard from a lot of coaches, but to have a guy who's done this guy's pretty much accomplished everything you can accomplish in high school sports. And he's still got another year left. Yeah. It's crazy.
I truthfully think he could. I know it's a big statement, but you got to look at him as maybe one of the best quarterbacks to ever come out of Houston, ever.
Yeah, you have to.
Because of what he's done at a young age when he was put in the spot as a freshman.
On a Kyler Murray level.
I think I mean, of course, Kyler Murray's in the NFL, but
where Kyler Murray started. Kyler Murray went undefeated as a high school player, and this kid's lost one game
in the state championship or the game before.
No, he lost Katie. He lost to Katie.
The game before, right? The
first game of the season.
Was it the okay?
As sophomores,
right,
they ran the table.
You're right. You're right.
Then last year, as juniors, they lost to Katie and then ran the table. So
do we want to say who it is already? I mean, I'm sure they probably.
I think
know,
they
right?
should know. We put it on the.
Oh yeah, we did. My bad. Damn.
Yeah,
I'm trying
so
to keep it a secret.
I'm trying to keep it.
But man, he's a great talent, man, to represent Houston, not just North Shore.
Yeah,
he represents Houston, man.
I'm definitely excited to talk to him, man. You know, a long time ago I got recruited, and I kind of remember that it was fun and hard at the same time. Like it was a hard decision, but it was, you know, like somebody courting you all the time.
Yeah,
so you know it's fun to be. I guess everybody wants to be wanted,
of course.
but you know this kid is
he's in,
yeah. He lost to Katie game one. Yeah, he lost to Katie game one.
Yeah, it's
but yeah, man,
it's gonna be a nice little interview we have with him coming up shortly.
So I don't want to get into the Jordan versus LeBron stuff,
Negative.
but I do want to get into the Jordan documentary.
Okay.
I kind of don't like Michael Jordan.
What?
No. Don't
you don't like his attitude?
Yeah, I like if Michael Jordan was a star in today's world, he would be hated. Nobody, like only Bulls fans and maybe a few other. Nobody would like Michael Jordan.
I would. I'm just kidding.
Maybe you would. I don't know. I don't know. He's kind of a
mean person.
Yeah, he's kind of a Richard.
We'll keep it.
He's kind of a Richard, man. He is dude. Like you know, as far as sports goes, if I ever had a teammate, that's the guy I want on my team. But I'm gonna tell you this: I would have beat Michael Jordan's ass like that. I'm sorry.
Hey, is that Horace Grant stuff? Is that serious?
I don't know, man. I don't.
Because he didn't say too much in the documentary.
He was just a smiling. He was smiling, saying everything good, and then after the documentary is, oh yeah, I would have beat her. I would have beat him up, and all this other stuff. Man, shut up, man.
Yeah, you got to
shut up.
Take a back seat.
Horace Grant has been around all of this time, and we ain't never heard none of this.
Yeah.
So now after this man's documentary comes out,
because he realized how much he was getting punked.
Yeah. They put it on TV.
Hell yeah.
After nobody loved Kobe. Everybody hated Kobe. Yeah. They're saying they love Kobe. No, they didn't. Lakers fans loved Kobe.
I hated
As a
Kobe.
Spurs fan, I hated Kobe. Kobe gets zero respect in the game of basketball right now. People have him ranked as low as like 10 on the all-time greats
People
list.
have LeBron higher than him.
Yeah, people give Kobe no love. They didn't even turn the NBA over to Kobe. Like people say the words that Kobe was like never really the best player in the league. People say that stuff.
That's crazy, man.
Out loud, and they believe it. Kobe gets no respect. He gets no respect. If Kobe didn't play for the Lakers, he would get no respect. So Michael Jordan playing for the Bulls in a time like right now and having the attitude that he has, everybody would hate him. They would hate him. Bulls fans would love him, but everybody would hate Michael Jordan. The only, like, if I knew, like, some of the stuff I see there, dude.
You wouldn't have liked him?
I don't think I would have liked him. I think he's
same thing with me. I mean, I was a kid when all that was happening, so it was like I
I
just saw
didn't
basketball.
Care about, I just saw basketball. I didn't care about all the
So what if they did
crap.
What if they did a documentary on the Spurs and Duncan came out to be like that or Robinson came out to be like that? Would you have,
I think I don't know, man.
Who do you think the next if they did another
It's got to be I want to see Shaq.
Kobe.
I want to see Shaq kind of do something because I think Shaq is more likable.
Oh yeah.
I think Shaq will be Shaq will gain fans. He's already a popular person, but his personality, you know, I think he'll gain fans.
Yeah.
You know, I think Shaq will gain fans over something like this. Yeah, and the documentary, Scottie Pippen's mad about it. He has every right to be mad about it.
Dude, they lowballed
because
bad.
Well, no, they showed us who Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was horrible in clutch situations.
Yeah.
That like every time they say, "Oh, it's a big game," something was wrong with Scottie Pippen. Every time.
Yeah.
That like every time, and we watched that whole documentary. Scottie Pippen never hit the big shot. He did Scottie Pippen, but
he was like a more intense role player.
But look, dude, if right now, if you let me be the quarterback and the running back and the receiver, guess what? I'm gonna have the most yards on the team.
Yeah.
Right? You can't say, oh, look, he's the best player. They let him bring the ball up court. You got the best scorer on your team, and you're bringing the ball up court. Common sense tells you I'm going to have the most assists. If I can pass the ball to Michael Jordan, I'm going to have the most assists on the team. Duh. That is so you can't say, oh, you're a better passer than me. No, I'm just a great shooter. You give me the ball, I shoot, I score. That doesn't make you a great passer. Sorry, Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen also on the other end played forward at a time where the forward position played in the paint. Right? He played in the paint. So he's going to get more rebounds than Michael Jordan. It's not like today's NBA where everybody stands across the three-point line and the point guards can go run and get 10 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Different NBA. So, yeah, Scottie Pippen's going to get more rebounds. Scottie Pippen's going to get more. His stats are going to be higher because of the way the game is played. Does not make him a better player or that he's doing anything grand to me. I'm not saying he's a bad player. We're just judging him fairly.
Speaking of the devil, Scottie Pippen.
What do you think he was going to approve? Jordan? Oh, here we go. Steve saying Jordan's a quitter. Oh, my
Steve,
God.
Look, it's almost your bedtime, old man.
Yeah, go to bed.
Go to bed, bro. Go to bed. Get some rest. You're going to be grumpy.
You know, if I had to carry people on my back like Jordan did for years and years and years, I would probably want to break too. Watching that documentary, I fully understand now why Jordan quit in 94 and 95.
He was doing everything.
He was doing everything. Like he was taking scrutiny for everything that happened. Anything that happened, he's taking scrutiny. The people in Chicago are writing articles about his gambling and all of that. What does that have to do with anything? Like, dude, if all of y'all right now gamble every dollar you got in your pocket, I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why are we talking about millionaires gambling? And the fact that he's now a billionaire who owns a basketball team tells me that he's pretty good at something. Either he won a lot of money gambling or he's just a great gambler. He broke even because most degenerate gamblers are not NBA owners. Yeah, you got what I'm saying? Yeah. So the dude, like his gambling habits are none of our business. Now they made it a public thing, but I don't judge him on stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like that stuff, I don't judge. But fighting with Steve Kerr, that's kind of, being a Richard.
Yeah.
Messing with that Scott Burrell dude, that's being a Richard. Like, he all of that stuff, dude.
He was a straight bully, man.
Yeah, I don't like saying. I tell my kids there is no such thing as a bully.
No.
Man. I tell them there's no such thing as a bully, dude. There's no such thing. Somebody's only gonna push you until you stop them from pushing you.
True. Yeah, you're right.
There's no such thing as a bully. Like if you let somebody think somebody's able to bully you, then you'll be bullied. But there's no such thing.
Hey,
when you punch him in his mouth, he won't be a bully again.
We don't promote violence on the show. So I got a question, man. Random question, but how do you feel about those Jazz uniforms?
They suck.
I remember being a kid, and I remember telling myself, like, those are terrible.
Dude, the Jazz are the Spurs before the Spurs.
You didn't like the old Spurs neither?
No. I'm talking about – you're talking about the jerseys. I'm talking about the team.
Oh, okay.
The Jazz are great players, just boring.
Yeah.
They're just boring as hell.
Hell yeah.
People were sitting there saying that Jordan played nobody. And then I had to argue with somebody about the Jazz. But the Jazz eliminated a young Tim Duncan, eliminated a 6-7 year in the league Shaq multiple times, ended the Rockets. They ended them. And we're going to talk about Hakeem later, but Hakeem had Scottie Pippen and Charles Barkley on the team, and they lost in the first round. Period. He had Charles Barkley and Scottie Pippen on the team, and they lost in the first round. So, to the Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
No, that was 99. I'm sorry. They lost in 98 to the Utah Jazz.
Okay, so I know we put it in the I put it in the group that we have for the check down. What Avery Johnson said. What do you think about that?
Bulls versus Spurs in 99.
I love my Spurs, dude. I am a diehard Spurs fan. Diehard. There's no way we beat them though.
I don't know,
way.
man.
There's
I
no way
don't
we
know.
beat the Bulls.
Who
I
is
think-
going to guard Tim Duncan and David Robinson though?
True, but who is going to guard Pippen and Jordan?
Anybody can guard Pippen. He's going to quit. He's quit, and when the game.
Don't say that because Steve's going to be like, well, Jordan's a quitter.
No, Pippen quit in the games on the court. He didn't retire before the
You
season.
don't think Jordan would have just outshot us?
No.
It's a good.
Dennis Rodman would have had hell. Look it down there. The biggest player on the court right there is Karl Malone. So Dennis Rodman can,
True.
he can out. No, I'm sorry, that dude's bigger.
Tony Kukoc.
Nope, him right there. Carr.
Whoever
Yeah,
that guy is.
Carr was good, man. Like,
Oh, I do remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wore the glasses. Yes. Oh man. So, you think the Spurs would have won? Or you just don't?
I
know?
think we had a good shot. Like this, if this Utah team was taking them, pushing them deep with, we were younger. Spurs were younger. I think we were more athletic.
Sean Elliott,
bigger.
J.J. Jackson.
Yeah, we would have. Did we have Vinny Del Negro still the first championship?
I
did he
think he
leave?
left the year before.
So yeah, man, I think the Spurs
Del
had.
Negro. Guy.
I think the Spurs had a good shot. I don't know. You can't bet against Jordan. So, period. What I'm gonna say as a Spurs fan is you don't bet against Jordan. You don't bet against.
Of course not.
You don't bet against Phil Jackson, who to me is the biggest. Like in the whole documentary, they showed to me that Phil Jackson did almost about nothing. He didn't do anything. He let Dennis Rodman go and get drunk whenever he wanted. He let Michael Jordan, he said, Michael Jordan, go under the screen. No. What? How can you tell?
I haven't watched it all, so
the dude told Michael Jordan something to do, and Michael Jordan blatantly told him, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. Let Michael Jordan beat up his teammates and degrade them all over practice. Come on, dude. At some point, as the leader of the team, you got to say, Mike, dude, you just punched Steve Kerr in the face. Mike, leave Scott alone. Leave him alone.
Low key, dude, I didn't realize that Steve Kerr was a back-to-back-to-back champ or back-to-back-to-back-to-back champ. Because he went to the Spurs.
The next year?
Yes. I didn't realize that. He won 4 titles in a row. Did you know that?
No, I didn't realize that.
Dude, yeah, I saw something on the other day. Hold on.
Stop it, Tommy. Stop it, Tommy. The Spurs won the championship in 1999. So really, yes, the Spurs. They beat everybody else, including the trash Rockets, who only have had 2 good seasons in their entire tenure as an organization. And, they just so happen to be when the greatest player ever quit. He doesn't quit. The Rockets are trash, just like those jerseys with the little rocket with the mouth on it. That was the most trash jersey in the history.
The Rockets.
The white jersey with the blue rocket thing on it. Pull that up. Pull that jersey up, please. Oh, my God. Y'all don't remember this trash jersey?
I actually think that they should go back to that pinstripe look.
Oh, my God.
I hate the red, dude. I think.
Oh, that was a trash jersey, dude. Who thought of that? Look, I can't. Do you know what jersey I'm talking about?
I do.
I'm about to pull it up right now.
Hey, it's almost time for Davis.
Oh, yeah, we got to call. We got to make a. Oh, the Rockets jerseys were trash. That jersey was horrible trash, dude.
That's when old Steve Francis rocked it, right?
I think it was the last year. It was Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley, and then
Yeah, that was a
Right.
trash jersey, just like the trash Rockets. And I can't wait to kill y'all with this Hakeem Olajuwon. Look at this trash, man. The damn Rockets got a mouth on it and it's flying around.
See?
The blue one I don't think is that bad. I think the white one is the one that sucks. The white one, look at this. The Rockets got a mouth and it's flying.
I actually didn't think those were bad.
You like this jersey?
I mean, I never bought one, but I could tolerate that more than the red they use now.
Oh, my God. This is a terrible jersey. It is horrible. Yeah, they should have stuck with the red and yellow. I look at this trash, man. Come on, dude. That's a trash. Put the white one on there. Pippen. Pippen went to the Rockets, and he was
A trash can. He was a tomato can.
Why we blame Pippen? Because Pippen, when he played with Jordan, he wasn't a tomato can.
True.
When Barkley played with Dan Marley, he wasn't a tomato can. But when he played with Hakeem Olajuwon, they all turned into tomato cans.
True.
Thought he's the GOAT, right?
We'll
no,
get into
he's
that
not.
later on.
He is not. Oh, Hakeem is the GOAT. No, he's not.
You get okay, cool.
No, he is not. Kenny, though, Jordan's not supposed to be the goon, man. Dennis Rodman was supposed to be the goon. Jordan was just attacking people. Dude, Jordan right now, Jordan doesn't like me anymore right now. If Jordan hears this, he's gonna put out a hit on me.
Damn.
Oh, he said he wouldn't like me. I don't
still
like
love
him
you.
no more.
I still love you, Jordan.
Yeah, you better only say.
I
good
owned
things
one
about
pair of
Michael Jordan.
Jordans growing up, the blue ones, because you know why? They matched my Cowboys uniform, my Cowboys jersey.
Dude, Jordan is the worst. Like, he's the easiest person to get riled up. He's the easiest person. You say one thing to him, now he's got to defeat you.
Hell yeah.
B.J. Armstrong hit one shot and he was excited about it, and Jordan's like, "Oh, you should know not to celebrate making a game-winning shot." What am I supposed to do, Michael Jordan? Shut up and not say anything? I just made the game-winning shot versus my old team in the playoffs. Of course, I'm happy.
Yeah.
No, he should have knew better. No, he shouldn't know better. He shouldn't know better, man. He should do exactly what he did.
Okay.
But
yeah, I can't wait for that debate. We'll probably start that around 9:00.
Yeah, I got, man, y'all. Like, I'm ready. I come prepared. I come prepared for debates. So all of y'all, Hakeem, don't come with stats. When you're the best players on teams, they get stats, period. You know, stats are, he's got better stats. Okay, no. Stats don't mean anything. If you score 19 points a game and I score 21 points a game, me and you are the same person. Like, you just made one more layup than I made every game. So that doesn't mean anything. We're going to talk about your total impact on everything that happened with your team. Total impact.
It's going to be real good. It's going to look at the trash talk. Look at the trash talk.
Rodman and Malone. I'm
I would have
surprised they didn't
loved to
fight.
see that. Yeah, I know.
Rodman's from Dallas, Texas, man. So, he's a weirdo, though. He's definitely a weirdo. Michael Jordan. So what do you think, man? Let's talk about – what do you think about going back to football?
For us?
Okay, so they're saying 2 weeks you can go back and you can play football.
Mm-hmm.
You can go practice and do all of that. What do you think? Are you dying to get your kid out there?
No, I'm not dying. I mean, I don't know, man. That's tough. I don't know if we're gonna rush it back the first day, the first week. But I mean, it's good to know that they're making an effort to try it.
We're gonna keep talking about that. Tommy Samuel. Here it goes.
Can you see us on there? No. Oh shit. Okay. Hey, Dematrius. Hey, what's up, my man? How you doing?
Good.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we have Dematrius Davis, Northshore quarterback, defending back-to-back state champion,
National champion.
Recently, newly Auburn Tiger commit. How's that feel, bud?
It feels great. I'm loving every second of it, every day of it.
Yeah.
My first question to you is, I'm watching both of your commitments, right? I look at VTech and I look at, VTech had Michael Vick and Marcus Vick and, those type of guys. And then I see the switch, we go to Auburn with Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Does any of that have an impact on, your decision, having those guys, being at that school before?
Yeah, but it's more better for like Auburn, because like the coaches that's at Auburn has coached them guys that you named. The guys at VTech right now, not most of them coaches were there when them guys that you named from VTech were there. So
that's a good way to look at it. Gus Malzahn's, he's coached some pretty good coaches, man. I mean, quarterbacks.
He coached Cam Newton and Nick Marshall.
And Jared Stidham. Yeah. Stidham was Brady's backup.
SEC, man, 2 times a year. Well, 1 time a year. Biggest game in the, You get to play Bama 4 times, man. Maybe more. How, are you looking forward to that? To that? Well,
Can't wait.
1 time a year. Biggest
I'm
game.
hearing. I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
okay,
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Can't wait.
Yeah, man. That's a big deal, dude. Standing back there at that leadership position again, with Nick Saban on the other sideline, man. That's gonna that's got to get the heart rate going. But we'll talk about that next year. This year, man, coming off of back-to-back state championships, what do you have to prove in this senior year? What motivates you?
Just like my teammates, my teammates, my family. Like they really, winning all these state championships, me getting all these accolades, like my teammates and my family, like they just be real proud of that. Like they be real happy for me. So like we go out there and get another ring. I'm pretty sure that's something they never gonna forget about. Over here on the east side.
Yeah, man. Honestly, man, it's Houston. I look at you as you represent Houston. It's not. I mean, of course, it's East Side and North Shore area, but I mean, you're really representing the city of Houston. I think the whole city, suburbs, everything, just because of what you've accomplished at a young age, and up until this past season, it's a major. You've got some major accomplishments, man.
Two years ago, you throw that. Go ahead.
No, I said yes, sir. Blessed.
2 years ago, year and a half ago, you throw that ball in the air. What's going through your head?
Say it one more time. You still asking about the Hail Mary?
The Hail Mary. What's going through your head?
Shoot, just don't get sacked. That's what I was really thinking. Just making sure I get the ball off. That's like before I even said that's what I was mostly thinking about. Then yeah, once I stepped up in the pocket, saw a little lane to throw in. AJ caught it. Yeah.
It's a wrap, right?
When you let it go, did you feel like it was out of the end zone, or did you feel like it was?
Nah, I didn't think it was gonna go out of the end zone. I just first throwing it. Like I remember when I was like 12ish, with my friends, we'll play a game. We'll just throw it up in like piles. Like I have to throw it in like a pile of them. So like that's kind of what it felt like.
Wow.
So backyard football.
That's what it is.
In the state championship game. So this year, man, I was at a few games, and it seemed like you had the ability to take over a game, like the Katy game. You kind of go out there and you take that game over. When do you decide as a quarterback, hey, this game I'm gonna have to take over, or this game I'm gonna rely on my arm, I'm gonna rely on my feet. When do you make those decisions? How do you make those decisions?
I think I make those decisions like during the week, watching film on them, like just like watching other dual threat quarterbacks play against them, seeing what they did against them, like stuff like that. So yeah, I just try to do what others done, but try to do it better so we can win.
I wasn't able to catch any of your games this year, but the highlights, it looked like you were playing backyard ball. Like you were just, it was crazy, man. I remember seeing one of the highlights on local to the Sunday night whatever fever or whatever. You scrambled for like a 60-yard, 50-yard touchdown, and it was effortless. It looked effortless against Atascocita.
Yeah, I know exactly which touchdown you're talking about.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It's a joy to watch.
What do you think is your biggest attribute as a quarterback? Like what do you what are guys getting when they get you?
I kind of stay alive in the pocket. Like I see somebody running free at me, I'm not just gonna let him hit me. I'm gonna try to make him miss. I just try to make guys miss. Like I don't like getting tackled. I try to keep the play alive.
So you don't know this, but I know a bunch of the guys you work. So I went to U of H. So I went with Coach Gaston, Coach Middleton, Courtney Brooks that trains. So I know all of those guys, man. They all speak, highly of you. What's the biggest thing you've learned from Coach Gaston?
Oh shoot, there's so many. I'll probably just go back to like freshman year. Like he showed me like an easier way to get the plays down because I had just got moved up and I was struggling real bad. Like it was hard. And he was just he came in my class one day. He was just like showing me. One of my teachers was real cool. She'll let me get on the computer, do some stuff for like football, for like 30 minutes. Yeah, like my coach really helped me, Coach Gaston.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. So y'all were freshmen starting, and I think I seen y'all play Houston Lamar, right? Wasn't that a big? That was a big game.
That's a game everybody thought we was gonna lose.
Yep, everybody thought y'all were gonna lose that game. And,
we had like a 10% chance. I was like, dang. me being a freshman, like I'm like, dang, these guys must be good. Like I didn't even know any of the guys over there. Like I was a little kid.
So how does it feel to have your top receiving weapon back coming into your senior year?
Shadow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, taking him day by day. He's looking good right now.
Yeah.
Just hope we get a nice season ready and get ready for college.
So school's been out, and what have you been doing to keep busy? I know you with workouts and stuff like that. I know you've been busy, but how's that been? Has it been tough doing that, or?
No, not really. Sometimes if I wake up like real early, like I just start doing like my homework and stuff, like start doing a whole bunch of school stuff, like for the rest of the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then like afternoon, like 12ish, I'll go to like Auburn Sports for a workout with Derek Blaylock. Then we'll do that to like 1:30ish. Then I just got done working on my team at the side of the senior high. We was working on the grass fields.
Okay.
So yeah, I just got done doing. We do that almost like 3 times a week.
Well, that's good.
Both of them workouts.
So what would be your advice to the kids coming after you, the younger kids, a kid who wants to play quarterback right now? I think a lot of these young kids want to play quarterback. What do you think it takes to be good at playing that position?
No, it takes a lot. Playing QB, it's not even with playing football. Like just from outside of football, you can't be being a fool in the classroom. Can't be like just like disrespecting people, doing all that. Like you can't be no quarterback doing stuff like that.
That's a good way to put it, man.
Definitely got to be a leader. What do you think what type of leader are you? Are you a vocal leader, lead by example? What type of leader are you? Been watching the Jordan documentary. We know what kind of leader Jordan was. What kind of leader are you?
I think I'm one of the. I'm not very vocal. I'm not gonna say I'm vocal. I'm just someone that leads by example. They kind of catch my wave and they be like, okay,
this is the direction he's going. Oh yeah, I see what it is. It's good
like
stuff,
let's
man.
say like we're all like passed on the ground, like and someone else gets up, we not gonna all get up. But if I get up, everybody's gonna get up. Like, just stuff like that.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
They just reply off me.
They see you do it and they kind of follow. Well, what do you
especially this year?
Yeah, definitely. You guys had to, coming off a year with the number one player in the country. Now it's kind of, you're the guy. You're
the guy.
You're the guy. It's not like you haven't been the guy, but now there's nobody else. That all eyes are gonna kind of be on you. But realistically, in my opinion, there's no pressure for you because the moments that you've seen so far have kind of prepared you for any pressure. I don't think a lot of kids can say they've gone through what in the two
you've
state
been through the
championship
gauntlet,
runs.
man, and made it out twice. It's crazy.
What's a story, a football story you can tell us? We're not gonna keep you all night, but what's a football story, a moment that you can say, maybe that the moment that you feel like you were like, man, I'm that guy. I think as football players, the good guy, the people who play at a high level, they say they have a moment. They say, man, yeah, I'm that guy now.
Yeah.
What's your moment that you had?
If you were like anyone else that like didn't know about the Hail Mary, I'll tell you the Hail Mary. But since you already know about that, I'm gonna say, like when I was 10, I scored a game-winning touchdown. It was like it was only like 20 yards, but like I don't know. When that happened, like that's a different feeling. Like scoring a game winner, like that's a different feeling right there. That's probably my favorite feeling.
Yeah, see, man, I'm a lineman. I don't never get that feeling. I was a lineman, so whatever. I get to come lift you up after you run that touchdown.
Yeah. Nah, they tackled me. It was crazy. I still remember that day.
What little league team did you play for? The Gators, right?
Yeah, I played with the Houston Gators, but before that, I was playing in the Auburn area football league.
Okay. I
was playing for all kind of teams, everything.
How do you think that prepared you for what you're doing now?
I think my dad, with him, I played in like I said, I played in the HFL. I went to the Youth Federation League. It was like better competition and all that. So my dad put me in that. And yeah, I was seeing some very good like guys like Dwight McLaughlin, like dudes like that, like seeing some crazy athletes, and I think that made me better a lot.
Man.
Well, man, we ain't gonna keep you long. I got one more for you. Senior year, we've already talked about what about how you're gonna lead the team. What are the goals, man? I know of course, state championship, but do you have any stats that you got written down? Do you have any things that you want to accomplish? We were talking before this show. Right now, your name has got to go into the hat as one of the best to ever do it in the state, and maybe the country. What are your goals as a senior, personal goals?
Probably number one, just make sure I stay healthy, and number two, probably like get to 10K. They say I'm almost close to 10K passing yards, so I hope I can like hit that before I leave.
Hey, man, you get 10K, you got to get that ball autographed and keep it, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to keep it, man. That's
sure. I'm probably going to do it like around game 6 or 7.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure the news will be out.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Like crazy.
I'm going to hold you to that. We'll be there at those games, man. We're going to definitely get out to your games this season. You're definitely a player to watch. Surprise. But we're going to be out there at your games. You got anything else, Roy?
Nah, man. Hey, good luck, man. I've heard nothing but positive things about you. And realistically, as a stranger, and a former athlete, usually you don't hear those kind of things about studs. Like you hear negative things and you hear bad things. There's people like you don't know that I know Courtney Brooks, right? So he could easily be telling me about you and saying things that are not on the up and up. But, man, the fact that your character speaks through other people is a big deal, man. That's going to take you a long way in life and in football and whatever you want to do, man. So, I appreciate watching you play the game. It's always good watching people who love and understand the game. So, as a fan, man, keep doing what you're doing. We're going to keep watching and, celebrating. I got friends over there, so I definitely cheer you guys on like I went to Northshore. I played with Corey Redden. I played with both Gastons, Willie and Levi. Played with a guy named Bryant Brown from out there, Stephen James. So I don't want to miss nobody. Chad McCullough.
You better not miss nobody.
I don't want to miss none of the North Shore guys, man. They'll be on me. But, so I know a lot of guys from North Shore. It's a tradition-rich place, man. So, what you're doing is great, man. So that,
keep it up.
Keep it up, man. Any last words, man? I know we got a bunch of people listening to you, man. They don't want to hear us talk. Anything you got out here for the kids and for the the parents about recruiting?
Shoot. I don't know. Just make sure they watch my touchdown celebrations next season.
We'll be tuning in.
That's all I can say.
We'll be tuning in.
All right, man. Well, hey, good luck this season, man. We'll talk to you later.
Appreciate it, bud.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Dude, that's a great kid right there, man.
Yeah,
great
man.
Gaston said a lot of great things about him. Kay said a lot of great things about him. Like, that's good stuff, man. Huh?
I'm charging the charger. Lo and behold, my phone is dead.
I have this one, but I don't know if it's gonna work on yours.
Yeah, I don't know if we can. You want me to drive the car in here?
Drive the car? No,
it's already.
Yeah, man. We are definitely gonna get out there. We gotta make sure that we We cover Northshore as much as we can this year, man.
The big deal that comes out of this to the people in the group, man, so I know this guy's coaches. I know people who train him on the outside, and I've heard random people talk about him. And every last one of those people has had nothing but positive things to say.
I second that, man.
Every last one of those people. Now, this is not just because we had him on the show or none of that. Every person I've talked to about this kid, his coaches, people who just know him, they have nothing but positive things to say. That is where you have to get your kids to be.
Yeah.
When they're not around you, people see positive things. And,
And he's a stud.
yeah, he's the guy.
He is. Like
He's the guy. That's not, you don't see that a lot,
No.
from the guy. Prime, he's saying, if I get up, the rest of the team gets up.
Yeah.
So
Follow my lead.
the guy has to get up. That's the key to it. The guy has to say, I know that's a powerful place to be. If I get up, everybody gets up. That's a powerful place to be because guess what you could do? You could lay down.
Yeah.
You can say, I don't want to get up.
Damn, yeah.
And, that's a big place to be and a big responsibility to have on a team. And, when we were talking to Coach K, he just talks about how he works and how he works and works and works. So he's
Gaston said it too. Man.
Yeah, they're
It's crazy.
this kid is, he's next level. And I personally think when you have that type of work ethic and that type of, drive on your own, there's nothing that can stop you,
One thing that stood out about the Gaston interview and the Coach K interview is they stressed how much of a hard worker he is and how he gets up and he works out nonstop when he's not on the football field in the offseason.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that stood out. It was a good interview, man.
Great kid, man.
Great kid.
Definitely wish him no injuries, no any of that, man.
Oh,
We want to
no.
see him. I want to see him in that Auburn uniform, man. I want to see, one thing I love is to see people beat Alabama. I don't like Alabama. So when people beat Alabama, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
So if a kid from Texas can go be the quarterback at Auburn and they can beat Alabama, that's going to be
Hell yeah.
a great moment.
From,
But
not only from Texas, but from Houston, man. It's
Houston,
it's
yeah.
a big deal. It's a huge deal.
So
Great kid.
let's get into the other reason why we're here.
Uh-oh.
21st episode, and we're going to talk about number 21,
21.
Tim Duncan. 21.
21.
Tim Duncan. All right. Let me.
Okay, so I was playing around when I said the Duncan versus Hakeem comparison. But does anybody think that Hakeem is better than him?
Man, right now we got multiple people that think Hakeem is better.
Why?
I don't know. I got to hear it. I haven't heard their arguments.
Are we going to have people call in?
Yeah, we're going to have people call. We're going to call Tommy Samuel first. This dude is the biggest Rockets homer in the world. The Rockets can do no wrong. So
Are the Rockets winning the championship every year?
no.
No, in his eyes.
I don't think he's like that, but he
Okay.
thinks the Rockets are better than everybody.
Okay.
And, blah, 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 blah. I think he's a Rockets homer. So we're going to we got 3 Rockets callers, 1 Spurs caller, and then we're going to close the show out with me. I'm going to close the show out because I think I have all
Tommy,
the facts.
right? This is Tommy? Tommy Samuel?
Yes, this is Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy,
What's going on?
how you doing, bud? My name is Robert, man.
How you
Nice
doing?
to
How you doing,
meet you
man?
over the phone. Roy, you got it, bud.
Okay, Tommy, how this works, we're not
Yeah.
going to rebuttal you. You're going to get 2 minutes to say whatever garbage it is that you got to say.
Oh, garbage?
Hold up, man. Hold up. It's my turn.
Come on, man.
You're going to get 2 minutes. When that 2 minutes is up, it's over. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. You let me know.
Okay, ready, set, go.
As you know, I'm a Houston Rocket diehard fan. Hakeem the Dream, Elijah One, the Nigerian Nightmare was a man way better than Tim Duncan, man. Come on, man. Come on now. And you talking about, oh, we're not going to go with stats. We're not going to go with stats. But what we going to go with? You know what I'm saying? If you try to say, oh, he got more championships than Hakeem, that's a stat. You know what I mean? So you tell me what you got. What else you got? I'm gonna give you a couple of numbers. Defensive Player of the Year: Tim Duncan 0, Hakeem 2. Rebound leader: Tim Duncan 0, Hakeem 2 years. Block leader: Tim Duncan 0, Hakeem 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man played offense and defense. His stats, his whole career, way better than Tim Duncan's, man. He out-averaged him in everything. So, come on now. Come on. What makes Tim Duncan better than Hakeem, man? Hakeem did your Spurs, David Robinson. They couldn't stop him. He put the dream shake on him, had him looking like a fool in the popcorn machine. So you tell me, had a three-pointer, had a shot, he could shoot the ball from anywhere on the play defense, pass the ball, and would have beat Jordan them years that Jordan wasn't there. Nah, I'm putting that in there.
Sir, I need to stop you right there.
Nope, he let him keep talking. He's got 39 more seconds.
Now put that in there. We would have beat Jordan, Pippen, all of them.
Wow.
All of them.
Wow.
Don't play with me by no King or Dream. Man. don't play with me by no King, man.
Okay.
20 seconds, man. Hey, you
Anything
got
else?
20 more seconds before
Oh,
I
I'm
debuff.
done. I don't need to explain nothing else, man.
Hey, man,
The
we're
Nigerian nightmare, man. That's all you need to know. The Nigerian nightmare.
Hey, man, we appreciate you calling in, man. Now, it's my turn.
Appreciate you having me, man.
All right.
Have a good one, bud.
Yes, sir.
That was cute. That was cute, man.
I think you read those stats off of what I'm looking at right now.
Hey, that was cute, man. You know, Tommy went to www.google.com and he looked up
Tim Duncan versus Hakeem Olajuwon comparison. Swear to God, I'm looking at it right now.
Hey, he looked up some stats about Hakeem Olajuwon and Tim Duncan. I cannot argue in a statistical world, Olajuwon wins that battle every time. Like, statistical. But if we go to awards, Tim Duncan kills those. He kills Olajuwon in awards.
Got it right here. Season.
Oh, yeah. I got it right here.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
I don't say it. I want to save it for the end.
Okay.
When it's my turn.
You got it.
So Tommy did a good job of bringing up Defensive Player of the Year, rebounds, and blocks.
Great job.
Those are good stats.
Great job, Tommy.
What I will bring up in this time is Hakeem Olajuwon was always on a superior team in college. His own superior team, never got it done. Never got it done, man.
Who did he lose to?
NC State, right? Never got it done. Realistically, he had about out of his 18 seasons, he had 13 seasons to where he was
Solid.
a good player.
Yeah.
The other 5, he was a nobody. He was JaVale McGee. He was just
Damn, JaVale McGee.
JaVale MGee.
Damn it, boy.
You
He played
know.
for the Rockets for like 2 seconds, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
oh,
the Raptors for like 2 seconds, right?
yeah, he played 1 season with the Raptors.
Yeah.
Hakeem Olajuwon, I wrote this down right here, better stats. He had better stats. But are we going to talk about, and this is my one argument before I make the next caller. When everybody says, oh, if Jordan was there in those 2 years, we would have beat him. Guess what? Jordan was there in 96.
Didn't beat him.
Wasn't Hakeem? No. Wasn't Hakeem there in 96
Yeah.
for the Rockets?
Yeah.
Why didn't Hakeem get his shot at Jordan in 96?
That's what I'm saying.
Why didn't he get his shot?
Yeah.
Because he got swept by the Supersonics. That's why. He got swept by the Supersonics. That's why he didn't get a shot at Jordan. Oh, guess when else Jordan was there? In 97. Why didn't Hakeem get a shot in 97?
Damn it. This is 97 right here, right?
Why didn't he get? No, this is 98. Why didn't he get a shot in 97? Because he also had Charles Barkley, a former MVP. So we got multiple MVPs and we got Clyde Drexler on the team.
Damn.
Why can't we make it to the finals? Hakeem, the Dream,
Nigerian
the Nigerian Nightmare, the Nigerian Daydream. Why don't we make it to the finals with Barkley and Drexler?
I don't know, man.
Because we lost to the Utah Jazz. So I don't want to hear nothing about why he should have got his shot at Jordan They were in the league the same year. They both got drafted in '84. Why didn't he never make it to the finals? Jordan was there 6 times.
Did he ever beat Jordan?
Yeah, they would win the regular season matchups.
No. I'm saying they never played each other in the finals, right?
No. Because Hakeem never made it. Hakeem never made it to the finals. Oh, I don't want to hear that. You didn't trade Hakeem. You're saying he's the GOAT. The GOATs don't need all these other players. And this GOAT had Pippen, he had Barkley, he had Drexler, and he was getting ousted in the first round. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. All right? Those are
next call.
Next caller. That was terrible.
Dude, Roy gets pissed, dude.
Okay.
He's been out of shape, man.
We're going to call next. We're going to go Courtney Adams. Courtney Adams is a repeat caller.
Okay, hold on. Is this the one that said that it was more difficult for LeBron coming out of high school?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Courtney is also arguing Hakeem the Dream is better than Tim Duncan. Courtney, we do not want to hear anything about LeBron. We don't want to hear nothing about LeBron or Jordan. This is Hakeem the Dream and Tim Duncan.
We will hang up if you bring up LeBron.
Don't say the word LeBron or you got to go.
You got to go.
We don't want to hear anything about LeBron. JaVale McGee. Elijah one was terrible after 95. Terrible. Horrible. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's choking out.
Uh-oh, Courtney.
He didn't last the whole 2 minutes last time, remember?
He didn't.
Box of
Oh, man. Prepaid. Prepaid, man. Come on, man. Don't have us going to that Boost Mobile, man.
Virgin Mobile. Remember that shit? Virgin Mobile.
Come on, Courtney. I expect better than that out of you, man.
Awesome.
Hold on, let me
Next caller.
Next caller. So now this is a pretty interesting guy. I went far and wide to find these guys, and this next guy says he worked for the Rockets and he worked for the Spurs.
Really?
I have not vetted these callers. I don't know anything about. I went into a Spurs group trying to find Tim Duncan people, and I went in there and I found
I love his dedication.
guy
Roy's dedication to
who,
this show is second to none.
who wanted to do
What's the
Elijah
guy's
one.
name?
His name's Kelly Madden.
So is he pro? Is he for?
You know what? I really don't know. He's in a Spurs group, and
Maybe he's in a Rockets group too.
I don't know.
His name's Kelly.
Kelly Madden.
Hey, Kelly.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
This is the Check Down Podcast, man. Appreciate you coming on.
All right.
So I've been told that you're the guy. You're the guy who's gonna end this whole argument and shut it down for good. So how we do it is, I put on a 2-minute timer, and nobody's gonna go back and forth with you. You got 2 minutes on your own, or whatever amount of time you need. You ready?
All right. I'm ready. What do you want me to say? You want me to just drop some facts on you?
Yeah. I just want you to prove that you
Are
prove
you okay? Quick question: are you team Hakeem or Duncan?
Well, I'm unique in this because I grew up in San Antonio. I was born in San Antonio, worked for the Spurs, and then moved to Houston, worked for the Rockets a little bit, and grew up in Houston. So I'm as probably as non-subjective, non-biased as they come, but I definitely have an opinion on the subject. For
Awesome.
Sure.
Okay.
You got it, Chief.
Well,
I'm
you
from
ready?
San Marcos, so I feel you. Let's do it.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so there's two subjects here. There's team success, who's done better with their team success, rings, win-loss column, et cetera, and there's individual player skill set versus skill set. Okay, there's no doubt that Duncan's got more rings. That argument's out the door. Okay. Now, if you look at skill set versus skill set, I was watching the podcast earlier, and homie earlier said you look at the numbers and the stats, Olajuwon, it's not even a comparison. Okay, better scorer, points per game, higher field goal percentage, higher free throw percentage, more rebounds per game, more obviously the league leader all time in blocks. All NBA defensive player of the year. Duncan never got that. Only player in NBA history with 2 quadruple doubles. 2. Duncan's never even had one. And then if you throw stats out, you go, okay, well, forget about stats, Kelly. We want to talk about win-losses, okay? There's some things Elijah Wan can say that no one else in NBA history can say. In 86, two guys named Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon are the only two guys in NBA history to go to a finals as only two guys on the roster that had ever been All-Stars and won 2 games against a team with 7 guys that have been All-Stars. They won 2 games in that 86 finals. They obviously lost. Okay. And again, that has nothing to do with stats. That has to do with the win-loss, which is everyone wants to talk about wins versus losses. Okay, and that's fine. We can do that too. We can put stats out the window and talk about who has done more in respect to supporting cast. Okay, Elijah Wan never had supporting cast of a lot of guys like Jordan has had, Magic had, Bird. Duncan has 5 titles playing on a team with 5 Hall of Famers. Okay, Robinson, Duncan, Parker, Kawhi, Manu. That's 5 guys that'll be in the Hall of Fame before it's all said and done. I think we all agree on that. Okay. And a Hall of Fame coach in Pop. Okay. So I'm of the opinion that Duncan has had a better supporting cast. Okay. Not only did he go to the finals in 86 and win 2 games against 7 All-Stars in Walton, Bird, Parrish, McHale, Haynes, DJ. He also, won back-to-back titles. Now, guys like to say, well, Jordan wasn't there. Well, first of all, Jordan was there. He came back in 95 after load management, all the stuff guys want today, resting. He got that. He rested. Came back, torched the Knicks in the Garden. And then if you look at his postseason numbers in 95, if you look at his points, his assists, his rebounds, field goal percentage, steals, he had an outstanding postseason, only to what? Lose to the same Orlando Magic team, O'Neal and Penny, that the Rockets swept. Okay? So the whole Jordan took a rest argument is out the door. I don't like it.
All right. We gotta cut you off, man. Hey,
go ahead.
You made some great arguments, man. So we're gonna just go back to watching, and we'll rebuttal you here in a second. Good job, man. Appreciate the call.
All right.
He did all right. He still didn't prove anything, but
Hell
he did.
No.
He did all right. The dude said that
Dude knows his shit.
He knows his shit. Okay, now let me rebuff some of this stuff. Okay, Tony Parker. Where was Tony Parker picked in the draft?
He was
28th.
Yeah.
He was picked 28th. Why was he picked 28th?
Because he was from France.
No.
Kidding,
Why?
okay,
Well,
okay.
that's one of the reasons. Why was he available? Why was this Hall of Fame guy available at the 28th pick?
Good question.
Why was he there? Because nobody expected him to have a great career.
Yeah.
Okay, where was Manu Ginobili picked?
I think he was a second rounder, right?
59th.
Yeah.
And look, y'all don't quote me on this because I didn't look those picks up.
Look it up right now.
Look, but I'm pretty sure I'm close. 28 and 59. I got my notes right here. So and that's not on there. So 28th and 59th. Okay, David Robinson was already there and Tim Duncan when Tim Duncan got there. So I'm gonna give you that David Robinson helped Tim Duncan win those first couple titles.
Tony Parker was the 28th pick in the first round.
28th pick. I knew it. Okay. Well, if I'm right about the second one, I think he was 59th. I don't know. But anyway, you're telling me that the 28th pick and the 59th pick carried Tim Duncan some kind of way.
57th pick.
Okay, 2 picks off. You're telling me that the 57th pick came into the league and somehow boosted Tim Duncan's career. Okay, no. All the other superstars from these other countries, Manu Ginobili was a great player coming into the United States, but all of these other superstars from the other country, they're picked high.
Yeah.
They're picked top 10, top 20.
Yeah. Some of them were number 1 overall.
Yeah. Manu Ginobili was a 6th man. He came off the bench most of his career. Could he ball? Yes. Manu Ginobili is not the reason for Tim Duncan's success. Tim Duncan is the reason for Manu Ginobili's success.
Yeah.
Manu Ginobili doesn't get drafted by the Spurs, doesn't come to the Spurs. We don't even know who the hell he is.
Yeah.
All we know is a dude with a salami patch in his head running around playing basketball, shooting unwarranted three-pointers. Yeah. Manu Ginobili is the reason, single-handed, that Tim Duncan doesn't have more finals. More. Manu Ginobili, these 2 Hall of Famers that you talk about, both missed free throws in the Game 6 where we should have eliminated LeBron.
Yep.
Manu Ginobili
Tony
Kawhi
Parker.
Leonard.
And, yeah.
No, it was Manu and Kawhi that missed those free throws.
Kawhi could have sealed it.
Could have ended the game.
Yep.
That three-pointer is meaningless.
Yep.
Kawhi Leonard, your Hall of Famer, Manu Ginobili, your Hall of Famer, are the reason Tim Duncan is not 6-0 in the finals instead of 5-1. So don't give me the argument that these guys carried Tim Duncan anywhere. Tim Duncan put all of those guys on his back and carried them their whole career, and they should be thanking him. They should probably give him half of their money. Because if it wasn't for Tim Duncan, we wouldn't know who the hell Tony Parker was. He would have never got to marry and divorce Eva Longoria. He would be a nobody.
I agree with that. I don't think
they would be.
I
nobodies.
think Parker was. I think Pop made Parker good, and also playing with Duncan.
Oh, one more thing. See, I write down what you say. Okay. Oh, Tim Duncan didn't get more rebounds. Okay. Tim Duncan played on a team in a system most of his career where they went with two bigs. All right, he started out with David Robinson as the center, and Tim Duncan was the power forward. So he had to share his rebounding with those two guys. Okay, when David Robinson left, I know a lot of y'all might not know this name. Nazir Muhammad.
Kevin Willis was out there
Splitter,
too.
All these guys. Yeah. They always drafted another big to make Tim Duncan share the paint. That was our way of winning. Yeah. We clogged the paint up and made it where you couldn't run Kobe, you couldn't run LeBron, you couldn't run those guys just in the paint and freely win. So Tim Duncan always had to split his rebounds. That's why Olajuwon has more rebounds than him. That's because of the system he played in. That doesn't make you a better player. Sorry. Olajuwon has less total rebounds than Tim Duncan because Tim Duncan played an additional season.
Yeah.
Okay, so total rebounds, not per game rebounds. Total rebounds. Career total rebounds. All right. So, Kelly, good job, man. But you still haven't proven anything to me.
Yeah,
we're gonna
Duncan
call.
has 15,091 total rebounds. Hakeem has 13,748.
Yeah, so, Hakeem has more rebounds. He played less. He has more per game. But with the total number, when you look at the total numbers, he's not just – and you look at all of those numbers, total assists, total points, total rebounds. The only one he's really killing them in, I think, is blocks. Now, blocks, Tim Duncan don't stand a chance. Hakeem Olajuwon.
He killed him by like 710.
Yeah, that's a lot of blocks.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to call our one Tim Duncan supporter, and then we're going to go to my argument, which is going to kill everything, and I'm going to win. Oh, I'm calling him myself.
Who's the Duncan supporter?
His name is Joey Rios. I found him in the same group.
Joey Rios. San Antonio?
Yep.
I think I know who that is. I think I have him on Facebook.
He was in the same group. Oh, he's calling me back. He thinks I hung up. Joey, we're gonna call you on the microphone.
Jeff Edwards said the dream was better. I'm going to tell what you're saying, Roy.
Oh, I can call O. I'm gonna call Otis Prater next and give him a chance.
Tristan said I'm about to take my hydroxychloroquine. Oh shit. That's awesome. Look, somebody got teabag.
How you doing?
What's up, my man?
What's up, man?
Not much. Who we talking to?
How's it going?
This is Joey Rios.
Joey,
okay,
Joey.
Okay,
yes,
Joey.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
you've been listening to these. You've been listening to this Olajuwon crap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Quick question, real quick. Where do you reside?
I'm from San Antonio and Del Rio, Texas.
Okay, cool. You live in San Antonio or you live in Del Rio?
Right now, I'm staying in Del Rio due to the pandemic.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Roy, you got it.
All right, man. So how it works? I don't know if you've been listening, but we'll give you 2 minutes, and you come and you tell us why Timothy Duncan.
Timothy Theodore Duncan.
Is it Theodore? No. Are you serious?
Is better.
Yes, that's his real name. Timothy Theodore.
From the U.S.
Duncan.
Virgin Islands.
From the U.S. Virgin Islands, yes, sir.
Is better than Hakeem the Dream. You ready?
Hold
up.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Go.
The reason I'm going to say he's Timothy Theodore Duncan is better than Hakeem the Dream is because, one, he had the he knew how to diet. He also had good players around him. I'm not saying that Elijah Wan didn't have good players around him. Thing was is that Timmy just knew how to diet. He knew how to get himself in shape, and he played all the way till he was 40, and and now he's coaching with one of the best coaches, in my opinion, that I've seen since like '97. And the only reason I know about both of them is because my uncle would always like kind of educate me on both the guys. And I'm not saying Elijah Wan wasn't a good player. I'm just saying Timmy had like Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. Even though I know about the whole they lost and they lost in the finals against the Heat. Maybe it was just a bunny that they missed the shot. But I the only reason I think Theodore Duncan was better than Hakeem the Dream was because he knew how to diet and how to keep himself in shape, and he didn't break down. He kept on till the wheels fell off for him.
Okay. That's all you got?
And now he's a Hall of Famer, and
Yep, Hall of Fame this year.
And a coach, and you see Timmy try to be around the league, and he's also been around the community there in San Antonio, and done a lot of charity work and been around the community, and he loves his island and the Virgin Islands, and holds basketball camps out there.
All right, your time's up, bud.
Oh man, good job, man. Good job. Thank you for calling in, man, and
thank you for tuning in.
Hey, go Spurs.
Yeah.
We're both Spurs
Big
fans
time.
over here, so go Spurs.
Go Spurs, go, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, bud. Have a good one.
Yeah. You too.
Okay, hold on.
I think Hakeem won
Thank
that one.
Thank you for tuning into the Check Down Podcast. We'll see you next week.
What the? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh.
Yes, we know we're on camera.
Oh my God, bro.
So, what do we have to look forward to next week?
That makes me pick Hakeem on that one.
Oh my
God,
God.
we have no choice.
Dude. He knows how to stay in shape?
Bro, when he said that, I was like,
Diet.
I need a diet.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
This brings up the tomato can of the week.
Oh my God, dude! I don't know, man. What just happened here? You can literally argue anything and beat that argument. You could somebody could call right now and say, yeah, Elijah Wan was alive, and have a better argument.
Stomach hurts.
He can literally say Elijah Wan was alive.
That was awesome.
Hey man, look, man, Joey, I might have put you on the spot, man, but hey, I love you for being a Spurs fan.
Go Spurs,
but
bro.
dude, you gotta come prepared. Diet? What?
I thought he was messing around.
So is Jenny Craig better than Hakeem because she's got a great diet? Is the Atkins better than you? What?
Oh my God, dude, that was.
What? Jeez.
What happened right now?
I don't know, man. But it's my turn. Somebody put me on the clock.
You see what Chris Blake said?
Yeah, that was bad. Okay. Put me on the clock. Let's go. All right. First of all, Tim Duncan.
You got 2 minutes, sir.
Tim Duncan, more MVPs, more final MVPs, more NBA first teams, more all NBA teams, more all defensive teams, more all defensive first teams, more all defensive teams, rookie of the year. Okay. And the base of my argument, this is the base of it. You go back to the 80s. The 80s belong to Magic and Bird. All right. At the end of the 80s, the Pistons got some love. The beginning of the 80s, it was Magic, Bird, Lakers, Celtics. You know, some people managed to get a win in every now and then. But you knew that it was these guys' league, right? It was Magic's league. It was Bird's league. It was Kareem's league. You know, Moses Malone and those guys snuck one in there. Yeah. Detroit Pistons snuck a couple in there. But no time did you ever say, oh, it's a Pistons league. Because even when Detroit was winning, the Lakers were still going to the finals, right? Yeah. Well into the 90s. Okay. In the 90s, it was Jordan's league. Period. It was Jordan's league. People won, but nobody was able to take the league from Jordan. It was Jordan's league. In the 2000s, okay, this is what the difference. Right now, it's LeBron. Well, no, it's not. I'm not going to say that. Before Tim Duncan entered the league, right, never at a point in time were we saying this is Tim Duncan's league. Never. Right? Never were we saying this is Tim Duncan's league. This is his league to have and take. He was the first pick, but there was already a Shaq. There was already Jordan was still dominating. There was other people who they were saying the league belonged to. Okay, Tim Duncan in a league that has belonged to Kobe, in a league that has belonged to Shaq, in a league that has belonged to LeBron, has found a way to win equal to or more championships than all of those people. Man, it was Kobe's league, it was Kobe and Shaq's league together. Tim Duncan found a way to win, to defeat them with you can talk about he had David Robinson, he had whoever he had. He didn't have a player comparable to Shaq or comparable to Kobe. If Tim Duncan is Shaq, David Robinson is not Kobe. If Tim Duncan is Kobe, David Robinson is not Shaq. You got me? Yeah. Tony Parker is not Shaq. Tony Parker is not Kobe. You got me? So Tim Duncan was able to succeed in a league, win 5 championships in a league that never belonged to him. He was also able to dethrone every star that you've ever had in this league. Everybody that you want to say is the GOAT. LeBron, he owns him. Owns him. You know what I'm saying? Him and Kobe go back and forth, but when Kobe didn't have Shaq, he owns him. You got what I'm saying? Like he's the better player when the team is his on his own. Yeah. Kobe found a way to win. The Lakers always found a way to win. But Tim Duncan navigated through a league where he was never the guy who they said was supposed to be the best. Never. And he found a way to win 5 titles. Let's look at Olajuwon. Olajuwon never took over the league from Jordan. Yeah. He never made Jordan work, and he was the higher pick. Never. He never made Jordan work to be. There's no time where you were in the league except for when Jordan was gone where you say, "Oh, Olajuwon's the better player."
I said your 2 minutes are up.
Never. I get to talk as long as I want. That's the difference between me and y'all. Tim Duncan, from 19, and this is all I gotta say. From 1999 to 2009. That's 10 years, but there's 11 finals in there. All right? Kobe and Shaq, whose league it was, were in 8 of those finals. Kobe and Shaq, that's their league. They were in 8 of those finals. Mm-hmm. Tim Duncan was the other person winning those finals. You got what I'm saying? Yeah. Tim Duncan, the Detroit Pistons won 1, the Celtics won 1, some teams won in between there. But it was either Tim Duncan, Kobe, or Shaq. When you say Kobe's the GOAT.
Charger, sorry.
Oh, you need it. You good. I got some. When you say Kobe is top 10, when you say Shaq is top 5 or whatever, Tim Duncan found a way in the league with those guys to navigate. And he won before them, and he won after them. Yeah. And while they were all still in the league together, he found a way to win when they couldn't win anymore. Oh, it's all Pop. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Why did he have 3 finals MVPs? Did Pop put a battery in his back? Quit it. Quit it. I got one more guy I want to call.
That shit was funny, man.
I know, man.
that shit
my
right there,
argument,
man.
my argument would be great if this dude
That was awesome.
wasn't before me. It kind of like I can't even argue that. I really can't even argue it no more because the dude came in here. And I gave him all day to prepare, man. He had all day to prepare, and all he said was he had a better diet.
That's the first thing he said. Diet.
And then he said, he had better teammates.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Which is the anti-argument. Don't say that.
Yeah, no, seriously.
That is exactly what you do not want to say. Play that part in the water boy would say, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
We have that sound now. We don't.
Hey, man.
When are we gonna get soundbite?
Well, I'm working
We're
on it.
working on it.
Which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
That was
So even though I feel like my argument was great, we're going to have to say that Hakeem Olajuwon won this today. Sadly.
just because of the debate.
Hello, is this Mr. Prater?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Prater, this is Roy Swan, man.
Really?
Yes, really, man. I got you on the Check Down podcast right now, and we're talking about Hakeem Olajuwon versus Tim Duncan. Some people suggested that I should call you because you may know something about basketball. You played in what, 1926? What year was it that you were playing basketball?
I think it was like 1916.
Okay, yeah, back way back in the so you put the leather and the stripes on it.
Oh, of course I did.
So tell us why Tim Duncan is better than Hakeem Olajuwon.
Are you serious?
What? You know for a fact that I'm serious.
Tim Duncan is better than Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yes.
I've never known you to do drugs. But apparently something's changed. Because you got to be on some good drugs if you think for 2 seconds that Tim Duncan is better than Olajuwon. He can't even carry Olajuwon's jocket strap.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, my God. So why was he carrying the trophies while Olajuwon was still in the league?
Because he played with 19,000 Hall of Famers.
Oh, my God.
Olajuwon won a championship without a Hall of Famer. The first one.
What?
The first championship, they didn't have a Hall of Fame on that team.
So when did Barkley come?
He didn't win a championship with Barkley.
Barkley didn't win a championship in Houston.
No.
Oh, you got to quit it. You got to quit it.
First championship, he had Kenny Smith, Maxwell, them deadbeats. The second championship, Clyde came in the middle of the season.
I'm sorry. I said Barkley. I meant Clyde Drexler. Clyde.
That was the second one.
Okay. What happened to the third one? Who did he have in the third one?
We didn't get a third.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't he get a third one? Did his career end? Or did he play 10 more seasons?
Some deadbeat general manager busted the team.
Oh, man.
Got Charles Barkley.
Oh, man. So he went. So you mean to tell me your argument to me, sir, you want to sit on the stand and tell me that the general manager got an MVP and Hall of Famer, and that somehow ruined your team?
Yes, and that wonderful school you attended at college, you wouldn't be on the map if it wasn't for 34.
Oh, my God. How are we on the map? He blew it there, too. He blew it, him and Drexler. They ain't win nothing.
Fire slammer jammer.
They fire slammer their ass right out of the tournament. They didn't jammer no trophies into the trophy case.
He put you on the map.
Man, quit it. Quit. He didn't do nothing except for put himself as the first pick. He didn't do nothing.
Okay.
He didn't win us no title. We don't got it. I can go back to U of H next week. There ain't no trophy, but ain't nothing there but some words that say fire slammer jammer. The Final Four ain't a trophy. You don't get a trophy for that.
Okay. How many trophies does Mr. Duncan have from Wake Forest?
5. Oh.
Hey, look, he didn't waste time. He just was a guy over there at Wake Forest.
Just a guy over at Wake Forest.
Soon as he entered the league, he let Michael Jordan get one more, and then he took over. He allowed the Bulls to finish their little run. He's like, I'm gonna let y'all have y'all second year in the league. He got the trophy, man. Second year.
Oh, okay, well, San Antonio tanked so they could get Tim Duncan to go with David Robinson.
Okay, so do teams tank for goats or do they tank for scrubs?
He's not a goat.
Oh my God. All right, you must be past your bed. You must have been asleep. I woke you up, man. Good night, man. We're gonna call you back when you not what you been drinking, man? Because Tim Duncan is top 10 all time. True or false?
Okay, well, that's what the survey said. The poll. I don't believe the poll, but that's what the poll said a couple weeks ago. It's rigged too.
Oh, okay. In that poll, do they have Elijah Warren higher than Tim Duncan or Tim Duncan higher than Elijah?
No, they didn't. That's why it's rigged.
Okay. You know why it's rigged? You know why they don't have Elijah Warren higher? Because the man, after those 2 championships, the man was a waste of human space.
Waste of
human space. After he won
the last time the Cowboys won.
All right.
In the call.
Hang up. Hey, do not let him talk no more. Oh, you finished. He finished, man. Why you got to bring up the Cowboys, man? Oh, man, I'm going to call you tomorrow, man. We're going to talk, man, outside the air. It's good talking to you, man.
Yes, sir, always.
Have a good one. Appreciate the call.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Me and O used to work together. O is a Cowboy hater.
I was like, who is this older gentleman you're talking shit to, man?
I had this one. Oh, really?
Oh, really? Dude, so I tell you this, like, we were in the this was when I first was the operator. O got a basketball team, and I put together a basketball team, and we had a best of 3. All right. So, it was only really 2 of us that could play basketball in the reaction department. And the third player was a tomato can. Like, I'm saying, think of the worst basketball player you know, and he's 5 times worse than that player. Like, he was, make it rain. Raindrops. You remember that movie, Along Came Polly, where the dude is?
I've never seen it.
Oh, my God, Robert.
30 years old. I've never seen it.
Along Came Polly, where the dude is shooting the ball. He's banging it off.
Is that with no, it's not. It's wrong. No,
anyway.
Along Came a Spider.
Anyway, this dude is terrible. Like, so we were basically playing 2-on-3.
Okay.
And they beat us twice in a row. So me and O used to talk sports all the time. I used to go up there and mess with him all the time. But y'all are wrong about Hakeem Olajuwon, dude. I didn't have any help tonight. I didn't have any help in arguing this. I will definitely be calling people beforehand. I have learned my lesson. I will not, if I don't know you, you will not get on this show without a call and talk to me first. You will not. I will not let that happen again.
That was rough, man.
That was bad.
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke.
He must be an Olajuwon fan that was just trying to sabotage Tim Duncan's argument.
I don't know.
Tim Duncan had the better diet.
He sounded like someone else from San Antonio.
The better diet, dude. Out of all the things Tim Duncan has going for him,
I thought he was going to stick with he had more rings. I thought that's where he was going.
You could have made any argument.
Dude, that was terrible.
How would you know about his diet?
What did he eat? Is that publicized? What did he eat?
Well, it was publicized that he did slim down, but that's not an argument to make.
Who cares? Who cares that he had a good diet? Like, nobody even cares. Shaq had the worst diet in the world. He still got 5 titles.
Dude,
look, I got another thing. The dude said they won 2 games in 1986 in the finals. Who gives a rat's ass about that? Oh, they won 2 games. Nobody
Only 2 guys can say that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the only two that should say they won 2 games in the final. Nobody
that
cares.
was terrible, dude.
Nobody cares.
We were
about
on the
that.
losing side. We got to hold this L for a week.
Dude, we got to hold this L, San Antonio. Another thing is,
Really, you should hold the L because you got the.
I
I'm kidding.
did.
I'm
It's
kidding. I'm
probably
kidding.
my fault.
I'm kidding.
Who did they beat? The Rockets beat the first time. The New York Knicks, right? The New York Knicks were 1 shot away from beating the Rockets in the finals the first time they won. Now, they swept the young Shaq team. They swept them. But the New York
Magic.
Knicks, they swept the Magic. Yeah. The first time they played the New York Knicks, the Rockets won by ass hair. They should have lost game 6 and been
Depends
out.
whose ass hair.
Yeah. The Rockets should not have won in 93.
You had a good diet.
Dude, I didn't know that having a good diet
Made you the GOAT.
Like is an argument for I'm better than you.
Dude, that was awesome.
Dude, that was terrible.
I stopped breathing for like 2 seconds and I was laughing.
God, man. What else do we have to talk about? It just ruined my Tim Duncan argument. We need to come up with another argument that more people want to argue. Do we want to do Brady versus
Manning?
He said pause. Do we want to do Brady versus Manning?
We can do
Do we want to do Belichick versus Phil Jackson? Or Popovich versus Phil Jackson?
That's a good one. Well, and that's really not a comparison.
Who else? Who do we want to debate? Mike Tyson versus Mayweather? No?
No, one was a fighter, one was a runner.
Oh, see, but some people on here, you get some of these people riled up. They're gonna say
No.
Mayweather.
He played defense. That's what I'm saying. Like
Who can you?
Mike didn't give a shit. He got hit. Floyd did. So it's a good argument, but they're 2 different weight classes.
Sugar Ray Leonard versus Floyd Mayweather.
Man, I don't know, dude. Floyd's
the 50-0. The 50-0 makes Floyd win a lot of arguments. But if I say, I'm going to fight this candle, and then I'm going to fight those blinds, and then I'm going to go outside and fight the grass, and then I'm going to go fight this damn flag.
Yeah.
I'm 10-0 right there. You know, if I pick out who I fight, then
Greg said Tim Duncan.
I know Greg is smart.
Appreciate you, Greg.
Greg, you're smart, man. But we needed you to call in, Greg, because we were on fire. Speaking of Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hagler, 1987.
You know what? I'm ready for football to be back 100%, just so we can get back to talking about nothing but football. I know boxing. I don't know a lot. Johnny will school me. I know basketball. I don't know a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
football, we can. Can we do the Emmitt Smith versus Barry Sanders argument?
It's not a comparison. People can say all day long. Well, it is a comparison, I guess, but people say all day long Barry would have got that record, but he quit. He quit.
Outright quit.
Outright.
No questions asked.
I think he quit because he didn't want to risk injury. I think someone had just gotten hurt on their team or something like that, and he was paralyzed. And I think him and Kevin Smith, that's why they quit. Remember Kevin Smith?
Yeah.
I think that's why they quit.
I think he quit because his team was a tomato can.
Well, true, that too.
Yeah, so.
But, I mean, I don't know.
Joey Rios, man, you got to make up for that, dude. I'm going to contact you.
Will we allow him to rebound?
Yeah, Joey Rios, we got to give you another shot. We're going to call you again and give you another shot.
We're all about second chances here.
What you did today was tomato can of the year material.
Of the year.
Tomato can.
We deal with a lot of tomato cans.
We deal with a lot. That is by far the worst argument for anything I've ever heard in my life.
Dude, as soon as he said that, I was like, we lost. I'm sorry, man. That was bad.
He said his diet. So, what do we think? Barry Sanders versus Emmitt Smith?
That's a good one. With football, it's a good one. Gotta get something that.
Jerry Rice versus Randy Moss?
Do you really think there's a comparison there?
I don't know.
Who do you think's better? Who do you think's better? Who do you think's better, Emmitt Smith or Barry? Elusiveness, Barry. Of course. But
Barry Sanders is a human highlight tape.
Yeah.
Like, he runs around, but nobody gonna want to talk about how he runs backwards more than he runs forward.
True.
Like, we don't see those plays. The only ones we don't see the 20-yard losses where somebody caught his ass running backwards.
Yeah.
All we see on the tape are the ones where he got free.
Yeah.
We don't see the ones where he got
that
backwards.
Emmett has any of those because he wasn't as elusive.
And then people are, oh, they had a good line, blah, blah, blah. Man,
Still
all of
gotta
that's
run.
crap. I don't
Still
want to hear
gotta
none
run.
of that. You still got to run the ball. We couldn't put none of you idiots behind it and run for thousands of yards. If anybody could do it, they wouldn't have paid Emmitt Smith all that money to do it. They would have just went and got anybody.
Yeah.
So, it's I don't know. We're gonna pick a good one. I need some better people to debate though. I think Kelly had a good argument. Tommy had a good argument. The
They all
Rockets
had
dudes.
good. Yeah, they had good arguments.
The Rockets dudes came in and they held it down. Neither of them had a better argument to me. But,
When you have a argument like what we had on our side, you
Yeah.
automatically lose.
Now I know how LeBron felt in the 2006 finals.
2007.
Yeah, 2007. I had the whole team on my back.
We got
No
swept.
help.
Dude, we got swept.
Yeah,
dude.
we got swept. We didn't win a
We got
game.
swept hard. So yeah, man, we got high school ball is going to be interesting this year for a lot of teams, a lot of areas. What happened?
This man said Tim Duncan wasn't better than David Robinson.
Who's Kelly?
That's the dude
That's
that's called
Kelly?
in. Oh my God. I can't even. You know what? You're right. Whatever you say.
He was not better than David Robinson.
He's not better than David Robinson.
I'm starting to question if you work for the Spurs.
This is probably why he
kidding.
doesn't work for the Spurs anymore. Nah, Kelly, I can't let you have that argument. No way. Tim Duncan put now. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. David Robinson is my favorite basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's my favorite
You think Duncan
basketball
was better
player of
than
all time. It's close, but when you look at it, David Robinson couldn't get the team over the hump. Like, he couldn't do it. He got multiple times. He got
Joey Rio said, "Give me another chance."
Okay, here we go. Let's call Joey Rios back.
Dude, don't do it. Let him. Give him a week. Give him a week.
I'd say give him a week.
Okay, Joey. Okay.
If you want. Hey, you know
No,
what?
we'll give him next week.
No,
Give
give
him-
him next. Give him today and
No,
next
'cause
week.
If he does it today, then he's gonna be bad. He's under an intense microscope right now.
That's like, give him a chance. Give him a chance. I want a good laugh. Just give him a chance. Give him a chance.
All right, here we go.
One more time. Come on, Joey. Don't fail us.
Here we go. Joey, please don't say diet. Please do not say diet.
Dude, I'm
If
gonna
you say
laugh.
diet-
I'm gonna pass out, bro.
If you say diet, man, we're already down. You got it. Did you go do some research? I hope you did, man. Look at this, man. I got this whole paper full of stuff.
Send him a screenshot of it, dude. Send him a picture.
Hello?
We meet again.
Here we go.
How are you?
What's up, man?
Hey, you ready, man? Are you ready this time? Are you more prepared?
Yeah, I'm more prepared, bro.
Okay, I know hey, man, it's hard being on live.
It's
air.
all fun and games, bro.
Yeah, man, it's all
fun and games.
Yeah, hey, man, we're just messing with you. Don't take us too seriously. It is definitely not easy the first time you sit you're on the air with people listening. So
Yeah.
here we go, man. These Elijah Wan fans, they're beating us. So
We're leaning on you to get us over the hump. Let's do it.
All right. So, in other words, Timothy Theodore Duncan, he had more finals MVPs. He had more trips to the finals, even though he lost the Heat. And, he had a Hall of Fame coach. He had the guys of the Boris Diaw's of the world, Tiago Splitters, the Manu Ginobili's, even though they had their ups and their downs too. That's why I think Timmy was a better player. It wasn't so much about the dieting, but it was also the fact that, he had a coach that took care of him, watched over him, said, you're not going to play. If I feel you're hurt, you're not playing. Like, no, you're going to sit on the bench. That's why Pop would always get fined. And, so my thing is, I think the reason Timmy was who he was because Pop took care of him, watched over his leader like he was was one of his own. But he treated every single player that was on that team, on those teams, from '99 to 14. He treated every single player. He would get upset at them, just the way he would get upset at Tim Duncan, and Timmy would take it. And like you look at the guys of today, like the LeBrons and those guys. Those guys I don't think will listen to Pop, even though they say, yeah, we want to play for Coach Pop, but you got to think about it. Would they really want to play for Coach Pop? Because one thing you got to know about Pop, military background, and he demands a lot, but he just wants his players to be better citizens, leaders in the community, and leaders on and off the court.
So my question to you is, do you think that all of that stuff is a good reason that Tim Duncan is better than Hakeem Olajuwon? Like, because if I'm a fan of the other team and I'm saying, hey, you're arguing that he had a better coach, you're arguing that he had more rest, you're arguing that he had all of these advantages. None of that really talks to his basketball, knowledge.
Well, his basketball knowledge, there was never any trash talk. You have like people like Dennis Rodman. I don't know if Hakeem ever trash talked other players, but my thing is Timmy played with his game. He didn't play with words. He played with his game, and and I think Pop just wanted his game to last for as long as he lasted in the NBA.
All right, man. Well, hey, man, that's a better argument than the first time. So we're gonna call you back next week, man. We're gonna make you a regular staple on the show, the Joey Rios Minute.
There it is, bro.
We're gonna bring you back, man. Hey, we appreciate it. We're gonna give everybody a hard time, man. So don't take it too serious.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Yeah, it's all
good,
good,
bro.
Hey, go Spurs, go though. For real, we really are Spurs.
Yeah,
fans.
Robert's got on his Spurs shirt tonight, and I had my Spurs jacket on when I worked out today.
I saw that, man. I saw that. And I wish, and two, I wish they could have kept. Before I go off, I just want to say I wish they could have kept Dennis Rodman around with the Spurs when Tim Duncan came in.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this one. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go, but I'm gonna. I think 37-year-old Dennis Rodman couldn't beat, a younger Tim Duncan, and if they were to play the Bulls in the finals.
Oh yeah.
So,
in '99, Spurs win for sure.
Spurs win against the Bulls. I love Jordan. I love the Jordan documentary, but I think Timmy would have beaten Jordan's Bulls in '99 if they would have kept that team together.
Definitely, I agree. I agree with that.
I agree with that.
But hey, man, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for watching the show, man.
We'll call you next week.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna get you next week, man. Be ready.
All right, man.
All right.
All right.
Can I get the slow music, please?
Do it. Dude, we need to call him every week, though. Like, all serious.
I just wanted to, promote the greatness of Timothy Duncan.
Timothy Theodore Duncan.
I tried my hardest to find a counterpart to help me argue that Tim Duncan was better than Olajuwon. But I failed.
Tremendously.
We failed you, Timmy. You and your great diet, your great coach, your great teammate. We failed all of y'all. I don't know what to say. I've never heard anybody argue
I'm lightheaded.
with the diet. I should just drink this entire bottle of Crown Black because it's misery right now. I really thought we had a shot. Rest in peace to this argument. And thank you, Joey, for putting a blemish on Tim Duncan's record. He's forever stained in the history of basketball because of you. Tim Duncan will never listen to the Check Down podcast. Ever. Ever.
Oh man,
That's fun though, man. That's
all fun and games, man. It's all fun and games.
That's fun, man. Hey, I appreciate Joe. I appreciate all the other callers. Tommy, Kelly, Joey. Hey, man. All of y'all, man.
Courtney?
Thank y'all.
Oh, no,
Courtney didn't answer the phone.
It's all good.
I'm glad he didn't because that
We
would
said yes, y'all failed.
we did. That
was awesome.
That was bad, man. But hey, we're gonna call Joe. We're gonna have the Joey Rios minute every week from now on.
Hell yeah! I'm so down.
We are gonna call Joey and give him 1 minute to talk about whatever topic we're talking about at that time. And
maybe next week he can talk about Del Rio football.
What the hell is Del Rio football?
That area, high school football.
Where's Del Rio?
You don't know where Del Rio is?
No. What's the school?
It's like down south.
Is it Del Rio High School?
Yeah, I'm sure there's the Del Rio High School.
No, I never heard of it.
You never heard of Del Rio, Texas?
No, I've never heard of Del Rio, Texas.
I only saw it in a movie once.
Kelly, we're gonna bring you back. Kelly, man, look, we can't give you 20 minutes to argue. That's why. So look, now you know. The next time we have you on, you got to be prepared. Look, I got notes. I got notes that I put together. I should have told y'all the rules, beforehand. That's my fault.
San Felipe Del Rio CISD.
Well, no, there's no good football teams.
Never know, man.
No good football.
Diamond in the rough.
There's no way they can beat even Santa Fe.
Oh, you know what? Del Rio Rams. They went viral a couple years ago. It was pretty cool.
For what?
It was their entrance from the tunnel. Never mind. Forget that.
Oh yeah, whatever, man. Hey man, so let's talk about this before we go.
What's up?
What do you think about a youth football league putting in XFL rules?
I mean, if you're gonna have UIL rules, you got to stay with UIL rules. Correct?
Yeah.
I mean,
would a company, LT versus Ray Lewis, somebody said, would a company go and run their company like Enron ran theirs? Or, like, why would you put anything from a failure into your rule book? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Glass Joe's the worst boxer ever on Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Why would I go use the Glass Joe training manual to train as a boxer? I think, using XFL rules is trash in football.
I don't think it should be done.
It's trash, dude. It's, and I'm not going to say who did it, but it's just, I don't like bashing them, but every time I look around, they're doing something silly, man. Every time I look around, they're doing some garbage. You can't put in no damn XFL rules. And now we're not even playing real football. Like, we're going to get to the point, let's just get the ball in the middle of the field and throw it up. Whoever gets it can run with it. Let the lineman run. But when we want to put in real rules, we can't do that. You want to say, hey, let everybody gain 10 more pounds. No. But let's have 3-pointers from the 10-yard line.
I think you just solidified who that was.
Come on, dude.
I agree.
Let's throw the ball from the 10 and have a 3-pointer. Come on, dude. Garbage.
Come on, dude.
Garbage. Grade A garbage.
So Kelly said that he says Del Rio's on the border. How can any self-respecting Texan not know where that is?
Dude, we can do a poll right now, and 90% of people on that poll
I've heard of it. I didn't know
not
exactly
gonna
where
do-
it was.
If you don't have MapQuest or maps,
Hell yeah.
nobody's getting the damn Del Rio, Texas. That you have to. If I've ever been there, it was by accident. What Del Rio? Nobody knows where that is.
I think it came out on No
Kelly.
Country for Old Men. That's a good movie.
Oh yeah.
Stop it,
Right?
Kelly. Stop it. Let me look at this. Del Rio, Texas. He said, "How can any?" I'm from Texas City, Texas.
Texas. I'm from
Texas
San
City,
Marcos, Texas.
I nobody knows where the hell no damn Del Rio, Texas. Anybody here? Anybody else who knows what Del Rio? Tell us a memory from Del Rio, Texas. Everybody. Anybody? Tristan, tell us about the time you went to Del Rio. What the fuck? Like, Uvalde. Like these are not even.
Yeah, I've heard of Uvalde.
Yeah,
Is this? Oh, is this like right on the border?
Yeah.
Oh, it's right on the border.
Yeah.
Cause I'm looking at the.
I think I went to Del Rio when I was a kid.
I'm looking at the names and it's like these are Spanish words. I'm like, this is not even Texas.
It's on the border.
yeah. It's like on the border. Like
border.
Yeah, border. Piedras Negras. I'm offended by that city.
What city is it?
It's called Piedras Negras.
I'm getting lightheaded again.
Piedras Negras.
I'm offended.
Yes, that one. What is it?
Piedras Negras.
Piedras.
I'm offended.
Piedras.
Check down.
That's awesome.
Find that right quick.
Oh shit.
Oh man,
He said it's on Border Wars.
dude.
Roy No Mames. No Mames? No Mames. Yeah, I've heard that. What does that mean?
No mames, no way.
No way. Yes. Like way the Mexican word, or no way? Like no way that could have happened.
Shitting me here.
Okay, you gotta be shitting me. It's like some of those words have meanings within the meanings.
Piedras. What is Piedras Negras?
Dude,
mean?
you got me on that. What does that mean?
Black rocks.
Black rocks?
Black rocks.
Piedras. Piedras. Roy.
Check down.
Buenos días, ¿cómo estamos? Estamos aquí en vivo del el podcast Check Down, aquí de Houston, Texas. Tengo una pregunta para usted. ¿A quién elige?
Awesome,
¿A Michael
bro.
Jordan o a LeBron James?
Michael Jordan or the LeBron James. That's awesome, bro.
Dude. He
It's
even
like
said
LeBron James or something.
He even changed how he said.
LeBron.
Oh, hold up. We gotta call Greg Randall. Hold up.
Oh shit.
I'm just looking at my phone. Let me call Greg Randall. Let me get his number, man.
Podcast check down.
We got 4 minutes. We're gonna let Greg Randall
We
close
have
the show.
4 minutes.
Oh man.
This has been a good show. I've been lightheaded like a quarter of the show.
Check down. Hey, why did he change how he said?
Hello?
I'm still working on that one.
Why did he change how he said Michael Jordan?
I don't know. Dude. I don't know. You play that shit again?
Hey, Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
And LeBron James.
I'm telling you, man, somebody was 5 minutes away from breaking the Spanish announce table in the wrestling match.
Hello.
Please help me, Greg. Please, I'm dying over here.
Man?
What's up, Greg?
What's going on with y'all?
Man, dude,
Trying to get rid of this L.
Man, I got one question, man. Tim Duncan and Elijah Warren play head-to-head 10 times. Tim Duncan undefeated. How is Elijah Warren better?
Ooh wee.
10-0.
10-0.
10-0.
Damn it.
10-0.
Are you a Duncan fan, Greg?
I'm a Spurs fan, but
My
I'm just
man.
saying, 10-0, I don't care. If I wasn't a Spurs, if Elijah Warren won 10 times and Duncan ain't winning nothing, we can say Elijah Warren better.
He's got a point.
But
I mean, the man's a Super Bowl champ. He's got a
10-0?
point.
10-0. I see now in all my research, I was going all around that. 10-0 is that's really nothing you can speak against. Like if I beat you 10 times, it's hard to beat somebody 10 times at anything.
It's hard to beat somebody
10
twice.
times in a row, too.
10 times in your and when you saying, look, this is my argument with Elijah Warren, dude. If you the GOAT at something, you got to be able to bring your team up. Like people talking about, oh man, the management. How can you be mad at the management for going and get you MVPs? Like they went and got 2 top 50 players for this dude, and he couldn't play with them.
And he couldn't play with them. They couldn't win.
Couldn't
My
win.
thing is this. Popovich, didn't nobody hear Popovich before Tim Duncan got there.
Nope.
Facts.
He was the GM.
But that's what I'm saying. Nah, he was an assistant.
He was insistent.
He wasn't a GM.
Yeah.
How many people quit? He demoted himself from up there.
Popovich had that Bill Belichick effect. Popovich fell into Tim Duncan. Bill Belichick fell into Tom Brady. Same situation.
Yeah.
Same. I always compared them to. They're like, the Patriots. I always looked at them like they weren't flashy, but they got the job done. Same thing with the Spurs. I always compared them together.
I think a lot of people just because Elijah Warren's fans flashy, his footwork real good. Everybody, he was the best. I mean,
Tim Duncan is probably the most boring person. Tim Duncan came in the wrong era, right? If Tim Duncan comes up in the era with, with David Robinson, because David Robinson was a boring dude.
Yeah.
If Tim Duncan wins those titles in the late 80s to the mid 90s, people are going to be respecting him.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan came up in the era where you got Shaq, you got AI, you got people are flashy. They got headbands.
He beat them though.
Yeah, I know he beat him, but from a fan standpoint, most people gonna rather look at Allen Iverson play than Tim Duncan play. 2 dribbles, turn around off the glass, bank shot. Nobody want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Tim Duncan,
Right.
he did stuff that nobody really wanted to see. People want to see you come down the lane, dunk.
Slam.
It's still idiots that argue that Kevin Garnett is better than Tim Duncan. Like, people will argue that. People will argue that Tim Duncan is not the best power. There's no argument in the world that Tim Duncan shouldn't be first on the power forward list.
Yeah.
Now, when we start arguing
agree.
versus centers, okay, we can get an argument. But there's no argument in the world that says he's not the best power forward by a long shot. Then,
Right.
when you start arguing that he's, versus Elijah Warren versus these other guys, those guys got a shot. But Tim Duncan is 2 missed free throws from being 6-0 like Jordan in the finals. We ignore that.
I wouldn't even say too is from Greg Popovich making a bad substitution by taking him out the game
Greg
when
has
they
got
up.
a mad
And that's
fact
how
right
Chris
there.
Bosh ended up getting the rebound.
He took
So
him
you
out.
can't
He
say
subbed
coach
him
won
out.
that game.
He subbed him out, and
Bosh got the rebound.
Bosh got the rebound, kicked it back out to Ray
He
Allen.
subbed him out, put
He's
Boris
right.
Diaw
He's
and somebody
absolutely right.
else in.
Because he wanted, what did he want? Free throw shooter?
I guess so.
Yeah. Boris Diaw was checked in, right? Yeah, I think it was Boris Diaw.
Dion and somebody else. He went small.
Yeah,
But
and it backfired.
that's
When they was up by 3. Instead of just leaving him in there, he get the rebound. Even if he make one of them 2 free throws, the 4-point game is over with.
one.
Even then though, I think they were out of timeouts, and they would have had they couldn't have. The Heat wouldn't have been able to advance the ball, so
Yeah.
they would have had.
They
They
wouldn't
only
have been
had.
able to advance him,
Yeah.
but I mean, just say he's 50% shooter, he make one of them free
got a
throws,
point.
it's over with.
Yeah,
The other thing I look at is Tim Duncan been to the Western Conference Finals 9 times, right? So that means it's 3 other times that he's been to that Western Conference Finals with a chance. And I can guarantee you all 3 of those times, the West won the championship. He lost to the
And then
Mavericks. He lost to
had
KD.
series where Elijah one got swept.
Yeah.
Well, they both got swept.
Tim Duncan got swept late though. Tim Duncan got swept
By the
at
Thunder?
38, 39 years old, by the
Thunder.
No, I don't know if we got swept by the Thunder.
Nah, they ain't get
no,
swept
we
by
was
the
up
Thunder. I
2-0
think
versus
they-
Thunder.
No, I think the Lakers beat them 4-1.
Lakers beat them 4-1, but Golden State swept us when Kawhi got hurt. Golden State swept us.
Yeah.
One of those Golden State championships, we got swept.
Yeah.
But other than that,
But you know what? No, I can't say
No.
that one because Tim Duncan wasn't there that year.
He wasn't there. It was
Oh, he was
Kawhi.
gone,
It was
remember?
just Kawhi.
that was just Kawhi.
It was just Kawhi.
Yeah.
What did we lose? 4-1 that other
I
one?
don't think Duncan ever got swept.
Gotta look into it.
I'm looking at it right now.
I
And you
think
know what?
I think I read that we got swept though. But at the end of the day, dude, Tim Duncan, when you look at Elijah Warren, after that championship, Elijah Warren fell off a cliff. Like he fell off a deep dark cliff, and we never heard from him again. They tried to put, bro. These people are arguing with
And
us.
That's my thing. See, they want to count the back years when Jordan played with the Wizards, but don't want to count the rest of the years when Elijah won with the Rockets. Then when he went to Toronto, when he was dumpster juice.
When he dumpster juice.
We're gonna throw that part out of there.
We're gonna throw it all out. Everything after that championship in '95 is suspect. Elijah Warren's resume get real suspect because they started bringing.
I'm gonna give him the 96. I'm gonna give him one more year. After that, it was just.
But
What
in
the same?
'96, I got it right. What did he lose? In '96, he got swept, bro. Swept by the Supersonics.
Yeah, you sure right.
Swept.
Supersonic. Yeah.
Come on, dog. He got swept. You can't. 96, you dead. You got swept. 97, he lost to Utah. 98, he got hurt. He got hurt, but he played one round in the playoffs and they got beat. But he was hurt. So
I want to say one year wasn't they up 3-1 against Phoenix, and Phoenix came back and beat them?
was that the year Phoenix played against Jordan? Now?
Yeah, that's when Barkley went to the finals.
He lost to all of them people. You know, you let everybody. He let everybody get a shot. They say Jordan. You know, we try to say Jordan would have lost to him, but whatever. We don't want to talk about John Starks missing shots.
2001, they got swept. That was only against the Lakers.
The Lakers.
Only year.
One of the best teams ever assembled. 3-peat Lakers.
Oh, you know what? My bad. When did Duncan retire? 16? 17?
I thought he
15,
was
15.
16.
15 we got
15,
swept?
16. No, 15, 16. Yeah, Thunder was his last series. They got swept the year after against the Warriors.
Okay.
Yeah,
I knew
'Cause
the
I remember
Warriors.
him walking out against the Thunder, raising his hand up, and I cried. I'm kidding.
Scream cry. Yeah, hey,
Well,
Greg.
I'm just saying, man, 10-0, man.
Hey, I think Greg
I find that hard, man.
I think
We got 5 championships to 2, and then we 10-0.
Those are facts, my brother. Those are cold hard facts. Brought to you by Greg Randall, former Super Bowl champion.
Hey, that's that Illuminati stuff. 5 championships to 2. 5 times 2 equals 10 to 0.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's that Illuminati right there, man. Hey, Greg, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you didn't call in here and talk
they
about.
They can Google it if they want to.
I just did.
And talk about him eating turkey bacon.
I want to hear the excuses, though.
Hey, man, they can't. They want to argue the block stuff, and they want to argue, dude. The only thing that Dream got is a signature move. But if we would have named that shot off the glass something, you know, Tim Duncan didn't get nobody named that shot off the glass. That's his signature move.
It's just because it looked pretty. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's just like with the football and the footwork drills. Like, don't matter if I just run a straight go route and beat you. If I do all that dancing at the line of scrimmage and double moves, cutting in and out, we still score. The results are still the same.
Man, the Dream shaky. Somebody said he shoot the 3-pointers. Elijah Warren shot the 3-pointer like 29%. Quit that, man. Don't get in here and say he shot the 3. That man shot the 3. I shoot the 3 better than that man.
Worse than the Tim Duncan died comment.
Hey, man. I appreciate it, Greg. I think we got to do these athletes,
Appreciate
man,
it, Greg.
Get up out of here, man.
All right.
All right, bro. Be safe.
Yeah.
Man, thank
Hey,
God.
you know what? I think I don't know, man. I think we won that one out.
Thank God for Greg, man. That was a solid fact right there.
That was.
How are we head to head? I'm 10-0. 100%. Ain't no other sport where you gonna say that.
Sharp ass fangs.
Yeah, ain't no other sport where you can say that. You know, I beat somebody 10 times, but they're better than me, and we're both the best players on our team. No, get out of here. Ain't nothing else you can say that. I beat you 10 times in a row, and you better than me.
In the discussion, we win.
It's over. Spurs win.
Duncan wins.
Just like we did. Period.
Joey, you should thank Greg because Greg saved you.
Greg saved you, Joey. He saved us. The Rockets ain't been relevant since 1996. They got James Harden now.
I'll tell you right now, they're never going to win nothing with Harden. Never.
Westbrook, my favorite player in the NBA right now.
I don't like him either. I didn't like him in Oklahoma. I just don't like him. I think they're all crybabies. I think the whole NBA is a babysit league.
Who's the leader of the NBA right now?
The leader?
Yeah.
Like,
who's the leader?
What do you mean?
Who's the boss of the NBA?
Who's the front runner right now? I think you have to look at Giannis, man.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, it's not LeBron.
Okay, Giannis is the best. Well, I don't know. I can't say Giannis. Giannis is
vocal wise. I think LeBron is. He's very vocal.
I don't know if Giannis is the best player. He's gonna get MVPs because he plays in Milwaukee and he's I don't know. But LeBron is the leader of the NBA. He's the guy who's the face of it, and it's a crybaby league. So you only do what your leader does.
I don't agree with that.
Crybaby league. Crybaby.
He is a crybaby though.
He's the crybaby.
I don't hate LeBron, dude. I just don't like the way he is. Like, I'm like, you're better than that.
Yeah,
don't be like that because you're better.
And see, let me say this: I don't hate LeBron either.
No, hell no.
I think LeBron is a great basketball player, but I can't enjoy it because
of all the other extra shit that he's doing.
Dude, even Jordan fans don't act like LeBron fans. Like LeBron could go in the finals right now, get swept, and he could score 6 points a game and get swept, and they're gonna say, "Oh man, it's
look at the team.
It's Anthony Davis's fault.
Yeah,
nobody was good. The coach is terrible. Blah blah blah. They're gonna say anything about everybody else. They're not gonna, and we're gonna ignore the fact that he didn't make the playoffs last year. We're going to ignore that.
It's already been ignored.
Like that is not even a thing that happened. He did not make the playoffs last year. They'll bring up, Jordan got beaten the first round. Once Jordan started making the playoffs, he didn't stop making the playoffs. Yeah. Like he didn't. Well, he never. I don't even know if he never missed the playoffs.
He did.
Like well, in the.
It was early in his career. He did.
When he was hurt.
No, he made the when he what was it, his foot, right?
Yeah, I think
they barely made the playoffs that year. I think it was the year before.
Well, I don't know any other
I think
times.
it was 1 year.
Wizards. Okay, well,
1 year.
he didn't miss it when he was 34.
Yeah.
When he was 34, he was the Finals MVP with Scottie Pippen running around the court looking like a damn praying mantis holding on to his back. Scottie Pippen is the biggest liability in sports history.
Oh, shit.
I said it.
Well, there goes Scottie Pippen being a guest on the show.
If not for Scottie Pippen, Jordan wins finals way before. He wins the finals when Scottie Pippen was hurt when they lost to the Pistons 4-3. If not, Jordan got his pizza poisoned.
Did you see that interview?
They poisoned his pizza.
They literally talked to the guy that delivered the pizza.
For real?
Dude, we should try to get him on.
That dude ain't calling.
No, Colin Cowherd. I swear to God, I promise you, he got him on an interview. Colin, the hurt with Colin Cowherd.
Yeah,
he got him and he talked to him, and he literally went basically a play-by-play of how that night went. The phone call, he watched the pizza be made, and basically he was saying that his pizza was fine, it wasn't poison. He claims he was a Jordan fan and somewhat of a Bulls fan, but he was also a Jazz fan. His wife was a Jazz fan.
Okay, so let's get, if his pizza was poison, he would probably die.
Well, yeah, of course.
So nothing he says tells me that the man didn't have food poisoning.
True.
Nothing he says. He can say whatever he wants.
He was like, I remember Colin was like, "You made sure the pepperonis were crispy," and the guy was like, "Well, I didn't watch it like that because it was in the oven or something like that."
Look at Scottie Pippen, ready to be a liability. In game 2 of that series, he got ripped. And they went and scored and won the game in overtime. You remember?
No, I don't remember.
Scottie Pippen got ripped.
Dude, I was like 6 years old.
Well, yeah, you don't remember.
I remember watching it though, but I don't remember play for play. No, I was like 7.
Dude, why does John Stockton get no respect?
Dude,
yep.
Stockton
why does John Stockton
arguably one of the best
no
point
respect
guards ever.
Stockton has 2 records that nobody's breaking.
What is it?
So
free throws?
No.
What is it?
Assists and steals.
Ooh.
Your grandkids will look at the record books and the name John Stockton will be in there.
Dude, that guy was like super. Look at this guy right here.
Crashing the boards, John Stockton, bringing the ball up court, running the pick and roll like nobody ever before.
Dude,
and nobody
that guy
ever
was
said.
a boss, dude.
Come on, dude. You know what? This is one of those deals that I gotta get on my people about. This is racism. It's racism. If John Stockton were black, he would get a lot more praise than he does. It's because he's a little skinny white dude that doesn't, he doesn't pass the eye test. I'm sorry, my people. Y'all are being racist against John Stockton. The dude owns the assist record.
Yeah.
He owns the steals record. Steals is not something that just comes to you. Like, it's not just, I'm going to get a steal. Like, he owns the steals record. Like, that is, in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, he stole the ball more than any of your favorite players. Any of the guys that you wore their tennis shoes, any of the guys you had posters on the wall, any of the guys you say, Magic's the best passer. He don't got more assists than John Stockton. LeBron's the best passer. He don't got more assists than John Stockton, and it's not even close.
Dude, he had a nice little three-point shot, too.
Yeah, he can shoot.
Hell yeah.
He run that pick and roll, and if you don't guard it right, he going to get a wide-open jumper.
Yep.
People disrespect this Utah Jazz team. It's crazy. I grew up watching these teams, so I know that
me too.
That it's stupid to talk about them as if they're sorry, and it's only because of the players they have. Like, Jeff Hornacek ain't nobody. Dude, Jeff Hornacek is Kyle Korver before he was Kyle Korver. Like, all of these dudes watched these guys, and they became who they are.
Yeah.
You're crazy if you're talking about John Stockton and Malone. How does Malone get to the second best in scoring in Utah, and he's not great?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Dude, Malone's a big-ass dude.
Malone was a less athletic LeBron. He was LeBron before HGH. LeBron is Karl Malone on HGH. Look at how they're built. He's a big, strong dude. Now, Malone doesn't play above the rim. He doesn't run up and down the court like that. But his body type is LeBron.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's LeBron, but he doesn't play all the other positions. LeBron is a 2.0 of that
This
body
is the
type.
whole game, right? We just
this
said
is the whole game. 83, 52 seconds
Damn,
left.
boy.
We're gonna go this play by play while Robert does the player of the week. Malone back.
No, we're gonna wait until
Okay.
next week.
Oh, John Stockton for
You
3.
wanna do it?
Buckets. John Stockton hit a 3. 41 seconds left. 86.
Dude, this guy in the
Jazz.
front, and he's got a John Stockton shirt.
Look
on.
at the Mormons up there. They're
Jesus
excited.
Christ. You want to do the student athlete of the
This
week?
ruined life for the Mormons.
We'll do it. That way we can post them on our social media. You know, we didn't have a show last week, so we didn't have a student athlete of the week last week. But we're back at it again. Let me know when that picture's up.
Kicked it out to Stockton.
It's up. Student athlete of the week this week is a player I personally know. I know Roy knows him. You know Monster, right?
Yeah.
I know his dad, good people. His mom, they're good people. Kid can play some ball, man. Kid can play some ball. Football. He's a quarterback for the Southwest Bills. He's 10 years old. Favorite player is Patrick Mahomes. He is definitely a playmaker.
When you say 10-year-old quarterbacks, his name's gonna be at the top of the list.
Oh yeah,
90% of the time.
Oh yeah,
Jordan took it to the rack. 85, 86.
So yeah, Jaron, my son, has actually played with him, with Coach Billy on for CCE for 2 years in a row. I played with him 2 years in a row for the All-Star Showcase in Round Rock. And he's not only a damn good quarterback, he's a damn good outside linebacker, man. Dude can cover some ground. So this week's student athlete of the week, the shot.
Buckets.
This week's student athlete of the week is Kevin Monster Carmouche Jr. Monster's he's a beast. He's a good kid. He's real chill. You know, he just goes with the flow. He's a hard worker, man. He's been working out this whole time of this pandemic that's been going on. I see him all the time working out. Good kid.
He was in that scrimmage when we first started Pearland Elite.
Yes.
When we had everybody come out there, we had that 10U versus 9U scrimmage. That was one of those games like the Space Jam practices. That was a real good practice, dude. That was a real good practice. I can remember all the 10U parents and the 9U parents. It was like a real game, dude.
Yeah,
it was.
And the little guys were holding their own, man.
Yeah, it was a game environment, man.
We doing that again this year?
I think if the season goes downhill, Pearland Elite is going to be the place to be because we're going to go play everywhere. Everything they have smoking, we're going to go.
Yeah.
If we have some kind of shortened season, I really think this year postseason football is going to be better than in-season football because some people aren't going to want their kid to play.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the nature of the beast. Some people aren't going to want to bring their kids out there. I think there'll be a football season, but some people aren't going to want to bring their kid out there to, just be around a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
So by December, they might be more comfortable. And when postseason play comes, I think we'll see a lot of uptick in people wanting to play. So
yeah,
it'll be pretty fun. But what is Jordan drinking? Gatorade? Look, Scottie Pippen over there being a liability. Back. Oh, my back, Coach Phil Jackson. You let Kukoc shoot the last shot. I'm not playing anymore. I'm going to sit on the bench. Coach Phil Jackson, my back. Jerry Krause, my contract. I want a new contract. I need a new contract. Oh, man, I need everything. Look at me, my back. Shut up. Scottie Pippen.
86-87. 5.6 seconds left.
The Mormons are clapping.
The Mormons. 5.2 seconds.
We're going to pass it in to
John
Stockton
with the ball. Dribbles for a 3. Oh, in and
right
out.
Off the front
the
rim.
Bulls win. The Bulls win.
Oh, Kobe copied that too. Yeah. Kobe copied Jordan's jump. Look at the
And
Mormons. They're mad. The Mormons are mad.
Damn, dude. Witness greatness, man.
The Mormons are mad. Look at that.
6-time champion.
Look at that Mormon pushing.
Michael Jordan does it for the 6th time in a row.
Get out of here. 6. He's holding up to 6.
Got 6.
Look,
That's
Jed
awesome,
Bushler.
man.
Jed Bushler ended up playing for the Rockets, right? Didn't he? Or did he come from I remember Jed Bushler playing for the Rockets.
Before my time.
Look, Steve Kerr hugging Michael Jordan.
Dude, Steve Kerr was low-key a damn 4-time champion in a
Steve
row.
Kerr, a.k.a. the GOAT.
Dude, Steve Kerr's a GOAT, dude. And I remember he had good shots with the Spurs against the Mavericks. Remember that?
He been to the finals a lot of times.
A lot, dude. We can put some respect on that guy.
Put some respect on his name, man. Well,
But,
man, we're going to get out of here. I'm supposed to go fishing in the morning, man.
Oh, shit.
Hey, we appreciate all of y'all listening. Joey Rios, Caller of the Year.
Caller of the Year.
Hey, Kelly, Kelly Madden, Tommy Samuel, Greg Roundel. Hey, we appreciate all of y'all calling in, man. We want this show to be interactive. We want the fans, to help us make the show.
Yeah.
What I have to say is, I'm kind of biased, especially Spurs, Cowboys. Everything else I can kind of argue down the middle. I don't hate Hakeem Olajuwon, but the facts remain, man. The dude couldn't get it done.
We won.
Barkley.
Tim Duncan wins.
There, one more time.
10-0.
Buenos días, ¿cómo estamos? Estamos aquí en vivo del el podcast Check Down, aquí de Houston, Texas. Tengo una pregunta para usted. ¿A quién elige? ¿A Michael Jordan o a LeBron James?
Michael Jordan. LeBron James.
That's awesome, dude. Dude, that's funny.
Junior's a goat for that. But
Good
yeah,
job, Junior.
so be sure to share everything that we post. Be sure to go follow us on Instagram at the Check Down Podcast HTX. We got our Twitter going. It's still up in the air right now. I forget to post sometimes.
How are you? Today is going to be a wonderful day.
What is this? Hold on.
Today could be a wonderful day for many reasons. We might get mail from the postman. Or we might just get a song from Ace.
Oh, it's the
Oh, I was like, sounds familiar.
Look
So, yeah.
at Scotty. Oh, I want a new contract. I don't got enough money.
Be sure to share everything that we post. Please share. Next Wednesday, we're back at it.
We're back.
We're going to have another guest. We don't know who, but we're going to get him on.
We're going to
got
have
him lined up.
Horace Grant next Wednesday.
We're going to have the guy that delivered the pizza.
Horace Grant next weekend. We're going to just start lying. I'm going to have Bill Cosby next weekend.
Be sure, like I said, be sure to share, subscribe to YouTube, all the good stuff. We're back. We're back at it. Football's back. Have a great week.
Stay safe, man. Just because the governor says you can go outside doesn't necessarily mean you run out there first, man.
Thank you to all of our sponsors, C4 Bag Company, Eats a Cookie for our Michelada Mix, Frank the Tank, Team 7 Grillers, Rick Web Design, and the newest one is, say that again? One more time.
Senor Spitz.
Senor Spitz. That's awesome. That's a good name. So, yeah, have a great week. Be safe. Have a great Memorial Day. Call an Uber. Have a great week. Have a great week. Duncan wins. I'm your host, Robert Lopez, along with Roy, Julio. Have a great week.
Still I'm the most fly. I win so much they wanna know who I'm coached by. Every day approached by chicks when I was top. Wanna give me soul side, but I'm like, don't try. I see the hisses and the disses when I go by, but see the misses on my wrists when I float by. Self-control and I can't tell you no lie. Trying to find a soulmate, you end up being soul tied. I make my money, man, without the coca. Living la vida without the loca. I'm down south, so they show me country love, and I ain't even country thug. The people give me daps and hugs, so it must be love. And I love the country grub. It feel good to hear people singing well.